Hello, everybody, and welcome to another thrilling installment of Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm particularly excited about today's adventure because you're going to get electrocuted a bunch of times, and I always love environmental puzzles with electricity. It's been too long. This next area smacks of the tomb to me, and it's been too long since we had a silly adventure like this. So I'm looking forward to it. But everybody's all like different from before. Look at Elf's got new hair. Blue Jay's missing a tooth.
I'm not missing a tooth. They just cleaned my mouth.
Okay, do you want to start? You can keep it brief. Explain. You were paralyzed by ghouls in the last episode.
So, because I'm such a method actor, I made sure to get 2 dentist appointments this week, so that half of my face is numb today, and half will be numb on Wednesday. I just wanted to know how it felt. So if I'm making strange grimace or I start drooling, I'm okay. I'm just numb.
That's fair. I understand. You also re-dyed your hair, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, I was sick and I was like, I don't know what to do other than watch a bunch of television. And then I was like, you know what I could do while I'm watching a bunch of television? Fuck up my hair. So I didn't fuck it up, but I did try.
Now I'm just thinking about, like, in the Forgotten Realms, are there like necrodentists who are like, well, let me just get my dental associate, Dr. Ghoulie over here to just swipe you just a little bit. Just if you could just focus on failing your saving throw.
Sure if you could just maybe not swallow the finger.
Try not to make your saving throw. Dr. Ghoulie here's just going to slash you across the face just a little bit.
Like, you could get hold person. Who cares if it hurts them if they can't move?
Yikes. I mean, yeah, not so much. But there's no spell that makes you not feel anything. Like
it's called nihilism.
Because I think if a ghoul paralyzes you, it's not like you don't feel subsequent stabbings. Okay, yes, all right. Ghoul dentist off the table. I'll go back to the drawing board on that one. I'll keep thinking about it. It's fine. Elf, you also went ham on that hairdo. Looking good, by the way. Looking real good.
The initial plan was not to do this. I had another plan, but then it was like, you know what? Someone suggested this and fuck it up, I guess. So here we go. We're doing it. And it turned out pretty okay.
I think it's good. So is the plan to leave it that color, or is it like
I wasn't
of
planning to
coloring?
like color it.
Okay,
I just wanted it to be like shockingly blonde.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a challenging procedure. Did you have to bleach it a bunch of times?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, this is only once.
Oh, good. Yeah.
My hair is like usually pretty brown, and like the ends of it are still super brown.
That's true.
But this part is super shocking, which is what I was looking for. So we're good to go.
I dig it. I dig it.
That's
maybe I will bleach it more in the future, thus making it all that color.
Please update me on your ongoing Neverwinter drama adventures. Have you gotten revenge for whatever it is that you were trying to get revenge for?
You want updates on the drama?
Please, yeah, give me some more of that Neverwinter.
Here's the current situation Neverwinter wise. My werewolf mentor is dead, which I think I told you already.
Yeah, and you swore revenge.
I swore revenge
against a real person.
But now I know who did not who did it, but I know that she's dead, like in character.
Okay.
So I've had the conversation of like, yo, she's dead. And the person I had the conversation with is the like gnome crime boss of the underworld, who is like, but I made a promise to her that I would take care of you. So you're with me now.
So now your character is part of the underworld.
I'm part of the like criminal underworld of this game. And when you go to this like place where they all meet, you're not supposed to like wear your regular clothes, right? Because you want to like disguise yourself if people like walk in or what have you. So I have my character, and then I have this alternate character persona that the boss just started calling Axe. So now they're called Axe, and that's my.
So do you when you're in your Axe
crime persona?
When you're in your Axe persona, do you have like a different outfit or a different character?
Yeah, it's a different outfit with like a mask and like so that you couldn't recognize.
And did you just buy this outfit like in a store in the game, or was it given to you?
I bought some leather armor and then customized it a bit, and it all worked out. It's fine. Nice. Yeah. Nice. So there's that, and I have sworn. Not just vengeance, but that I am going to get the attention of the wolf god, which is like my mentor's like god that they worshipped, who is like this chaotic evil deity of like savagery and murder and werewolves.
Nice. Is it like an aspect of what's the name of that dude? I forgot. Malar?
Malar is
god?
the Forgotten Realms equivalent, but this guy's even worse because Malar's like we don't hurt kids.
Oh right, because it's a Ravenloft game, even though it's Neverwinter Night.
Yeah.
Right.
So the wolf god is like humans don't worship the wolf god, wolves do, and humans appease the wolf god.
Good.
But me, I'm gonna get his attention, and I'm gonna give him a human sacrifice, and then everything's gonna be fine. I'm definitely gonna learn some stuff, and I'm definitely not gonna die. It's totally gonna go well.
Good. That's very exciting. You live in this whole other life, and I'm here for it. This weird Ravenloft Neverwinter Nights online LARP thing.
Yep, that's my
eternally fascinating. Thank you for the update.
There you go.
Thank you for the update. Are you still doing the IRL LARP on top of all of this too? Jesus Christ!
I've got a game coming up this weekend.
Distracted Elf, high mistress of fake lives. I like
to role play friends.
Turns out you do. Lauren, somebody in chat astutely pointed out, hey, I see some cosplay behind the rogue. So they must be new here. Welcome, new person.
Hi. Yeah, it's a thing that I do.
What have you been up to lately? Working on any costumes?
I got pictures. I guess it was since last week. I got pictures with the cherry blossoms. I did it. I beat nature. I finished my cosplay.
Sick.
And took pictures. Steph took 448 pictures, which I got down to about 60.
Yeah.
That I actually edited. So you can see those will be, I think I posted the whole set on my Patreon today, and I'm going to be putting more of them on Instagram. But my favorite part was that at least 3 different people were like, are you Cardcaptor Sakura? And they just like had this, like, I saw my childhood just came to life in front of me sort of look on their face. And I was like, would you like to hold the wand? And they're like, I can. And that is hands down like my favorite thing in cosplay in public is when people get very excited.
Love it.
I had that in Paris when I did a shoot as a character, and just this child just looked at me like, is she real?
I think this is
like,
why.
That's it. I've made it. I can retire now.
Yeah, I think this is why like men of a certain age and disposition become mall Santas. Because you get some of that, it's Santa cosplay. You get some of that like, oh my God, Santa is real.
It's true.
And he's you, and he smells like Marlboros.
I love staring at children who might never have seen someone with dyed hair before and seeing the look on their face of like, wait, you could just have blue hair.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah.
Just that idea that they might think for a second that this is my natural hair color.
I do not interact with children, so
I don't interact with them. I just stare at them. Smart, yeah. But yeah, so that's what I did. That's what I took pictures, and then I edited them, and that took much time. Oh, and I did my taxes. Yay! That was
sick. I'm still waiting on paperwork from the bank, so I can't do mine.
Yeah, I haven't done mine yet.
Good work. If you're listening, bank, send me the damn form I need so I can pay my taxes. Oh.
I hope your bank is watching.
Yeah, right now, there's this like huge dude with a monocle and a top hat, like, we should send him that paperwork. Yeah, he's the personification of my bank. You got money bags, give me my paperwork.
Cool.
Well, way to be an adult and then also dress up like a cartoon character. You're living the life.
Yeah, I'm living the life. It's great.
Dave, how are things in war-torn England? How are you doing? How's it going over there?
War-torn?
Because the news would make me indicate.
Not that far off.
So yeah, how's Oliver Cromwell doing? You got one of those going?
Well, my family and a few others have made sure that we have a stockpile of weapons. There's a secret area under my stairs.
The king comes for them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
we've got a bunch of muskets.
The English way.
I really hope that if there's an English civil war that your colonies are not called on to come back and fight, because I'm comfortable over here where things are not crumbling so obviously or visibly.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
I did see a picture of I guess it was an English politician explaining something to a US outlet. And the quote just ended up being, I can put you at ease. Rest assured that Britain will not be leaving the EU geographically.
Fantastic. Good.
Fantastic. We just float away. We just push the whole.
Yeah,
line.
we'll just we got a huge pry bar. We're gonna jam it in there.
There's like a bunch of wind turbines, I think, up in Scotland. We
just jam it in there. See you later, Ireland. We're out. Let's go. Oh boy,
that was fun. Yeah, that's how that's been going.
Yeah.
Shit. It's fine. Something will happen where it won't.
Yeah, eventually something will occur. It's my understanding that the whole to do is that everybody kind of half-assedly agreed to do this thing, and then they came up with a plan to do it, and the lady was like, "Here's the plan," and she was like, everyone was like, "No," and she's like, "But what about my plan?" And they're like, "No," and she's like, "What about my plan?" And it just keeps happening, and I don't understand. Like, can't someone just tell her like make up a different plan?
Yeah. You'd hope so.
You'd think, but
you're asking a lot. A functional government? Who has one of those?
I mean, no country I can name.
Yeah, it's fine. You're just up there. You're in the airplane. You're looking around. You're like, "Where's the parachute?" And someone's like, "We left it in Lithuania." Oh well. Well, what about you? You've been playing any games? You been doing anything cool?
I've been playing some video games. They've been pretty alright. I like that one with the Dark Souls, but where you're a ninja.
That's right. Yeah, I started playing that Dark Souls, but you're a ninja game.
And it really hurts to watch.
Yeah, I love and hate some of it. It's interesting. It's cool that it's so different.
I also have been playing that game.
Yeah,
but not on stream. I'm keeping it for myself.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. It's so swingy in terms of difficulty. It's so odd. It's like there was one boss, I actually died a few times to him, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" You kill them, and then you fight like a bunch of sub bosses, and you're like, "Oh, these aren't supposed to be difficult." Then there's another boss, and you're like, "Oh, sweet, an actual boss." And then you one shot it, and you're like, "What?" And then you go on a bit more, and then there's another boss, and you're like, "Maybe this time." Wait, that's the same boss again, and then you kill it again without anything. You just like, I don't understand this game. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not super far into it. I'm just fighting the dude from the beginning again. I fought the bull and I fought the horse dude.
He is such a cool fight. I like his fight.
And yeah, I've found that unlike, it's the kind of game that I think Neil Stevenson would enjoy, because when you're fighting somebody with a sword, it feels like you're fighting a cool sword fight. Like it's like you're parrying and you're dodging and you're like you got to get it feels like pretty cool. But yeah, it's a game everybody been talking about. So you
sure is.
I know you're excited about it. So you feel you came out the other end, you beat it, you feel good about it, you like it. Where does it place in the hierarchy of Souls games?
It's tricky because like for what it is really good because they spent a bunch of time tailoring it.
Yeah.
But I have like no desire to play it again because I can't do a different build because they're all the same.
Yeah, it's like
that's true.
Really play it differently.
That's a good point.
Yeah, when I finished Dark Souls 3, I was like, okay, I want to try it as like a wizard this time.
Right.
Well, I want to try it as a whatever. And this one's like
I feel like I would like that option when I die. I would like when I die to be given the option to start over but with a different build and maybe be a wizard.
When my character in D&D, guys, can they be a wizard?
No, actually there's only one class now. You're all Shinobi, and you just have to be that over and over and over.
I love Shinobi.
Yeah.
I love robots as well.
Yeah. Every time someone mentions Shinobi, I just think of the old Sega arcade game, which, because I'm old, I have played and no one else seems to know about it. But it's fun. You get to play a cybernetic ninja guy with like a laser sword. You'd love it, Dave.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of violence, we're like right in the middle of some. So
we are indeed.
Let's friggin' do it. So here on level 2, in the arcane chambers of Undermountain, which is under the mountain, you have stumbled your way into not one but 2 of the apprentices of Halaster, the eponymous Mad Mage. The first of whom you summoned from whatever weird dimension he was in, tried to kill him, and then sent him home again without killing him.
We
tried to talk him.
You put him on pause.
Like, going cold, and we were like, fine, Adam. If that's how,
yes, that's how it is.
Yep. So I believe, what was that guy's name? Calabash.
Dumb face.
Calabash.
Yeah, Calabash, which is Calishite for dummy McDumbface. Yep. And so he was returned. He was returned to the dimension where the drunk wizards live. And then pressing on, you found some cool audio logs about electro ghouls. Fought some they were in barrels. They jumped out and attacked you. And then smartly, we're like, no, let's not open the electrified door. Let's just go around the corner and walk through this open area into a room.
Then there was just
there's just an open. It's fine. Just an open door.
Another door.
Yeah. Listen, they're in the middle of renovating. Okay, just don't. You can't.
They took the wall down. They haven't put it back up yet. You know?
Just come on. Just give them a minute. The
Try to
contractors.
go for more of an open plan dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. So this room, as was described before, seems to be the workshop of this other kind of electro obsessed wizardess. And in this room, I'll give you the description again real quick. The floor is plated with copper tiles. The floating metal encrusted skull that shot lightning out of its mouth at you is now floating at the back of the room. There is a Frankenstein-esque creature who has lunged forward to attack you and defend the room. And there's a chute in the back corner. So this room looks like it got kind of like a danger room vibe, like it's a test chamber, rather than like a lab like we saw in the other rooms. So this particular room looks like where this wizard is. And I'm going to just give you her name now because I'm going to refer to her by accident. That way her name is Trenzia. The floating skull of the wizardess Trenzia is attempting to defend her lab from what she perceives to be intruders, which I guess is the correct perception.
Also, you said danger room, and I just immediately thought.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Morph jumps out, and then he dies instantly in the first episode. Yeah. Good stuff. I like it. Man,
Sorry,
that show was great. No, I like it. Saw blades come out of here. If everybody was in this party was an X-Men character, okay, 8 would be Colossus. Macaria is like Jubilee if Jubilee was a shit. Like more of a shit.
Yeah, like more of a shit.
Yeah.
Like more black instead of yellow.
Goth shitbag Jubilee.
Yeah. like she's like, okay, so Macaria is Jubilee if Jubilee was from that dimension from Buffy where Willow was a badass. That's the one. Okay, perfect. Good. Look, we got there. We had to go through some fandoms to get there. We're fine.
It took us a little bit of a turn, but we got there.
It's good. Yeah. Isn't Jubilee the shitbag version of herself? Well, yeah. This is just shitty in a different way. Yes, I think Jewel is probably Nightcrawler. I think that's fair. That's just fair. I think Jewel would also like to be able to teleport short distances.
I mean, I was also thinking she could be Shadowcat. Like in the name.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The sneakiness, the invisibility sort of dealio.
What's the Dave? Maybe you probably remember this. There's an elf that gets the Misty Step as a like a.
It is the Eladrin.
It's Eladrin. Yeah. Man, Misty Step is baller.
Autumn Eladrin.
That's a great ability.
They all have it and they have different flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if
It's Colossus, right?
Yeah, 80 is definitely Colossus. I think Rin is the only one that I can't put a pin in.
Yeah, me neither.
Rin is one of the characters from one of the like the side comics that's like too complex for the TV show. Like just like like one of the moody like kind of dark
Rin
like 90s.
Is, 7 from the Umbrella Academy.
Well, now we're just swinging into X-Men likes. Okay, all right, good, got it, sold.
Oh my god, she's badass and she plays a violin.
Yeah.
Done. That's all you need. Okay, so let's fight this floating skull lady. It is her turn.
Oh, my initiative's so low. I forgot about that.
Trenzia, her jaw and her eyes begin to glow. She's got those like light bulbs screwed in where her eyes would be. They start to glow, and lightning crackles around her teeth. But instead of firing another bolt of lightning in your direction, she exhales electricity onto the floor. And the floor itself begins to crackle and pulse with little Jacob's ladder type like electrical impulses. The flesh golem at the far end that is standing near where you are, Jewel, is thoroughly electrified. The electricity leaps through its body, but instead of harming the creature, seems to empower it. It is driven forth by this lightning. So That is Trenzia's turn. On her turn, it takes that takes an action. Rin, you hear what sounds like the crackle of lightning and the hum of electricity from around the corner. What would you like to do with your turn?
Well, I'm gonna stick my head out, I think, and see assess the situation with my friends here.
Okay.
Looks like me and Makaria are very injured, but we're also not in front.
Yeah.
So I'm less worried because there's like a there's like a flesh golem there.
My only suggestion is no straight lines.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, everybody get into a conga line. Just put your hands on the hips of the person in front of you.
My thought was to move kind of downward a little bit here.
Okay, yeah, you got another 25 feet.
Can I see that flesh golem from here? Because there's like a thing that I can see it, but there's a corner.
Oh yeah. You can see like probably just the barest edge of that.
To target it with a spell is kind of what I'm.
Yes, if it's a saving throw spell, yes, you have sight. You can see its little arm like
I don't want to
punching.
waste half my action because when I can healing word and then vicious mockery, we can get the two going again. You know?
Yeah,
like,
you can definitely you can vicious mockery this dude because he can hear you around the corner. You can see his little arm flapping.
So I will second level healing word our dear friend Jewel in the front there.
Oh, me.
You are standing right in the front and about to get punched.
Directly in line.
What are you talking about? It's just fine.
You get your ass beat if I don't do something. So there is a healing word for you. I gotta scroll back down here. So 7 healing for you.
Okay.
And then I mock viciously the golem. I say something like about its upbringing or something. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I will roll to save for the golem. So you make fun of the golem.
Yes.
Okay. The golem will attempt to resist
I
being
bet
made.
the various pieces of you when you were alive were rubbish, and you're even more rubbish because you're multiple.
You're made of trash pieces.
You are worse than
the trash.
You are worse than the sum of your parts. Okay. All right. So the golem is indeed mocked viciously. I rolled a 12. And he can hear and understand you and knows that he's been mocked, and he slams a fist into the wall, chunks of stone flying into the air. Yeah, he's pissed. With Vicious Mockery, he has disadvantage on his next attack?
He does, yes.
Okay. All right. He is not happy about that.
That is my move.
Okay. All right. So 8, it is your turn. Now, you're not currently in a place where you can attack the golem.
No, and I can't get to one either.
Well, I mean, you can go through. Technically, the zombie is your friend, but yes, the floor is hot lightning. The
Don't
floor
you
is hot
have a
lightning.
javelin?
Yeah, but
Doesn't it have reach?
No, javelins are not. They're like
my halberd has reach.
Oh.
I guess I could get out.
You could also delay your action because Jules probably going to move back to make space for 8.
Yeah, they can't both move and attack as part of a held action.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I go after the golem. I'd be like, if I went before, it might help because then it might move to go for her. But
Well,
I rolled real bad on my initiative, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's unfortunate.
I mean, 16 is not real bad. This may be for you.
I'm sorry, it's real bad when your bonus is 7.
Okay, yeah, you rolled sub average. That's fine.
Okay, so why don't? Oh God, I don't want to fight with a halberd. I don't even get dueling with it. It sucks. Stupid halberd. Why am I? Oh, it's called Jim as well. Fuck's sake. All right.
I forgot about Jim Halbert.
I did too.
So, if I throw the javelin into the flesh golem,
yes,
can I get it back?
Yeah. So I think technically it falls on the ground at his feet. Like it doesn't actually stick into him, so you don't have to like try to yank it out or whatever. So it will end up in this. It'll be there, like where he is.
I don't want to go there. That's a bad place to be.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to take out the skull because
we got a line of sight it, and if it's got bad AI, then we just like wait around the corner and you'll just come near. And no, that's fine. Okay.
You know, I'm hoping it comes towards us, but I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Everything sucks.
You just turn off.
If I move, because you can move into your ally squares, but you can't finish your turn there. So can I move into Jules' square, attack, and then move out, but take the?
No, I don't think so. I think you have to be able to stop long enough to make an attack. Like you can't be like, Jewel and I occupy this square, I attack, then I move out. Like you have to be able to stop somewhere long enough to attack and then finish your move.
I think it's that you can't end your movement in an ally square.
Yeah.
That would be ending your movement and then attacking and then
doing move again. Yeah.
I think that the best bet would be to hold an action in case it like comes forward, because Jewel.
Yeah, it's just a shame to miss an attack because you only get one off of that.
I mean, could you do here and then range? Do you have a range?
Can you completely delay your turn? Like, can you choose to go lower in the initiative order?
No, not in this. The way it works is it's like a if then. So you hold action. So you say, I'm gonna do this if this happens.
Okay. I know I forgot whether or not you can just be like, I would like to go
very little influences your initiative during a fight in 5e. Like once it's rolled. What do you think, Gate? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I moved back one square and I held the action because I wanted a line of sight to start.
Okay. And what's the trigger? If the
flesh golem moves within reach, I'll step.
All right. So the beginning of the flesh golem's turn, it is rejuvenated by lightning. It gains 12 hit points, which I think is more than the damage it took. So I think it just stays at full health. Yep. Okay. So the electricity from the floor courses through the flesh golem, healing somehow its wounds. It is going to take 2 slam attacks on our friend Jewel. So here comes the first one with disadvantage.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, that hits.
21. Rin, do you have Bardic Inspiration? Do you want to? It's not a crit.
Yeah. What's your AC at, Jewel?
16.
Oh, but I roll a D8.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I can half the damage on this one with my reaction if you want to see what the hits on the second.
Do that.
Okay. All right. So the
I'm
first
use uncanny dodge to half the damage.
The golem's all pissed because you were making fun of him and you're trying to break into his house and Trenzia is like, go my golem, destroy them. And so he takes a swing, he hits the wall with that first angry swing and then backhands you, Jewel, but you roll with it. He gets a 12, so you take 12 bludgeoning damage.
So I'll half that to 6.
Yeah. So you roll with it, and then he follows up with a second swing. And this one does not have disadvantage, and he rolls a 20 on this one.
I'll do that one.
Okay. All right.
Slightly. Now we're at 50-50 odds.
And slightly better. Let's see if I can cut in words. Our dear friend, the golem. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that reduces it down to 15. And he flinches at the last moment, and I think that the left hook catches the corner of the wall, and in slow motion, big strong fist smashes out some bricks and sends them scattering, bouncing off of the face of the zombie.
Screech distracting him.
Yeah, exactly.
Teamwork.
Okay, so he will stand his ground, and Jewel, it is your turn.
I'm going to. I mean, I think Jewel knows that it's a little bit of a lost cause because he's standing on electricity floor. So she's going to go after him. So I can't. Past this round, I wouldn't be able to hold my action, right? Because I won't be able to hold to attack him again.
No, you hold until your next turn, right?
Oh,
so
okay, cool.
This is where there's weird like resets. So if you say
Yep.
If this happens, I do that. It will hold until the next time your turn starts.
Right. Then I am going to. I'm gonna hope that it's gonna move back. So she's gonna bonus action, disengage. Oh wait, no, screw it. No, she's gonna bonus action, disengage, move back, and then hold her action to stab it if it's within range. Yeah,
Okay.
'cause I could hit it and then try, but it'll just get rejuvenated on its turn if it doesn't move. So
All right, walk me through that again. What are you doing?
I haven't decided. Sorry. Screw it. We're gonna stab it now, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna move backwards.
Right, because you get to attack and then flop away and hope.
Yeah, because it won't be able to make the melee attack against her, and on the off chance it doesn't rejuvenate, we stab it with short sword. Just roll this. 19.
Okay, yeah, 19's a hit.
Okay. For 19 damage,
Very nice.
and then bonus action.
So the magic blade of your short sword cleaves the enchanted flesh of the golem. It roars in frustration and anger.
And then bonus action, we'll just throw a little extra D4 damage in there. A little pokey poke with 16.
16's a hit, yeah.
Nice.
He's big and cumbersome. He doesn't
For 1 more damage.
He doesn't even notice it. You're just like, poke. And he's like, ow, like you just did me 19. That's you just want to round up or what? Okay.
I did, yes. And then she's gonna move, and it can't take the AO because and she's gonna move back to here.
Okay.
Because she stabbed it.
All right. Okay. And yeah, you stab it, so you get to flop away. All right, Makaria, it is your turn.
Hopefully.
I'm real hurt right now.
Zomboromir stands ready.
I love Zomboromir.
You're not allowed to heal yourself. You have to wait until you become unconscious first.
I can't do that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
That would be a cool ability though for the grave cleric, like a life 3 kind of thing where you
Yeah.
rip cord back to life. That must be
Yeah, but there's no real way to like even if you could like set up like reaction once I go unconscious.
No,
like
yeah, you have to be capable of performing the thing, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to conjure my spiritual weapon because that doesn't actually occupy the space.
I feel like
right?
you're gonna do that too. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay, so bonus action.
My only thing is I could potentially throw it up nearer to the floating head, and we could have a floating skull battle.
You've got to be able to see it to command.
Yeah, like that's what I thought. I could like move forward, floating skull battle. I think that would be really cool looking. I don't know if it would be useful because I can't command it if I can't see it. So I think I'm gonna put it right here. 8 can still occupy that space though because it's not
like a real thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with a shriek, the spiritual weapon, the floating skull of Merkel, appears and sinks its teeth into the flesh golem. An 11 is enough to hit. Yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, there we go. 12 force damage.
Okay. All right.
What did I do at level 2? I don't even remember.
For folks who just watched me adjust the hit points of that thing of -1, the Jules 1 damage didn't actually do anything. I just forgot to point that out because the dagger doesn't hurt it.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So it bites it. Force damage.
Yeah, and then for my main action, because that was my bonus action, I will also Toll the Dead.
Bong.
DC 15 Wisdom save.
You have to be able to see the target of your tolling the dead.
Yeah, I can see more than three quarters of it.
You can see as much. Well, you can't. I mean, you got to draw a line, right? Like you can see his arms sticking out. That's fine. I think for a spell like this, you can definitely target him. Okay. So the flesh golem makes. Now he's got advantage on this. So he's gonna roll. And he gets a 19. He gets a 16 and a 19. So he's
what a butt face.
He's okay.
He's so wise. The wisdom of the flesh golem.
Yeah. So I mean, you feel somehow, I don't know how, you cast the spell and you feel his very nature resist your magic. You feel something about him like block your
fella.
No, it's that it's a spell.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that he just has some kind of magic dampening power.
That's
it's not
weird,
that he's super
because Rin didn't feel that. I mean,
yes.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is my way of just letting everybody know. It was the same for Rin too.
It was the same for Rin.
Yeah, I can't remember if I gave him disadvantage.
Okay, no, I didn't. I just thought like, is it something specific about that spell?
Yeah, sorry. So with Rin's spell, I got a 12 and a 9, so it didn't make any
Okay, I just wanted to like.
It's magic.
know.
You can definitely tell.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think I have to be within sight of that guy. I guess I'll just stay and hope.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Do you want to let your make your attack for your zombie?
Yeah, I got
do
it. He's a slammy boy.
Okay.
15.
15 is a hit.
Cool. He does 6 bludgeoning damage. He's gonna slam just like that guy slams. He's like,
All
"Do you
right,
slam? I
so
can also slam."
Now the zombie, in the same way, flails at the flesh golem with his punchy fists to no avail.
No, it's on Boromir.
The zombie is unable to harm the flesh golem.
No.
Yeah, he cannot hurt him. He's animated by magic, but he himself is not magic. Cool. Okay. So Trenzia, on her turn, continues to vomit forth lightning onto the floor, keeping her friend charged. Rin, it is your turn.
Well then.
Because she's got to do that every turn, right?
Interesting.
Yes, she does. On each of his turn, uses
Is
her.
the flesh? No, it's a flesh golem. It's not heat metal's not gonna do anything to it.
Yeah. He's made of flesh.
I could try and move forward and heat metal the skull because it is a metal skull.
That's
The floor
true.
is also metal.
That's
I mean, that wouldn't do anything to the skull because it's floating, but it might encourage the flesh golem to move.
Mm-hmm.
Possible. It's more if I can see anything from when I get there. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Brings me there. I still can't see the wizardy skull.
Yeah.
Okay. That ruins that plan. But I guess I will heat metal the floor.
Okay.
Underneath the golem.
All right, let's take a look at ye olde heat metal.
So
Everyone's favorite spell.
Heat metal says a creature in contact
I
with
prefer
an
black metal myself.
object that you can see takes 2d8 fire damage. If it's holding or wearing the object, they can pass a Constitution save or drop it. If it doesn't drop the object, it's a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. While it's in contact, you keep inflicting the damage as a bonus action.
Okay.
That's interesting because it says holding or wearing, but it means in contact.
If the creature,
is
well, no, it says if they're holding or wearing, they have to drop it.
Yeah.
Basically, I'll allow you. You can like heat up a 1 square of floor because the floor has copper plates.
Yeah.
So
all
you're
right,
casting
so-
it on a plate underneath it. It'll take the damage because you're giving it hot foot, and then
Yeah.
it'll move next turn so it doesn't get burned again.
That is good. That's what I want.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Probably move backward.
Yeah, it's not gonna move forward.
You got a hot plate in there. That's not allowed in this dungeon.
But then it can't attack us. So we can't attack
Well,
it either.
But the zombie being there as well, it's just going to kill the zombie, and we're all just going to wait around the corner for a bunch of time.
So it does 9 damage, Adam.
Okay.
Fire damage.
All right. So he takes 9 damage. Ah.
And that's my move.
Okay. Let me see what fire does to this nerd. Okay. Yeah. So he roars in pain and like hops back and forth on his like burnt, mismatched feet and like grabbing them like and like looks back at the skull who snarls at him like, you coward, just move. And he's just like, his feet are all burning. He takes a bunch of damage.
He doesn't like the fire.
No, he does not like the fire. So he's distracted. He's confused. His feet are all burned up. Cool. All right, Rin, and that's your turn. So 8, it is your turn. I'm just gonna move him for a second so that I can. And you are. It's a concentration spell, right?
Yeah, every turn I can take bonus action to like do the damage again if somebody's on that.
If they're on that thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All
not
right.
Pretty sure, but
So there's our hot panel.
Knock him down on that square.
Let me.
And the skull's not occupying that space like Joel
Correct.
would, so.
I know. Yep. I will go up and I will hit him. I'll do my job.
Okay, so he's still there though. He's still standing on the hot square. Okay. All right.
Yep. Go
It's your
up
turn, Nate.
to him.
Okay.
Go onto the skull. We look kind of cool together.
Yeah, you kind of do. So you step into that square and the floating skull of Merkel is like superimposed over your own head, so it looks like you have a cool ghost helmet.
hardcore.
All right, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him with a javelin.
Or you look like Ghost Rider. I don't know.
Yeah, suddenly you look like Nicolas Cage. All right.
I'm gonna stab him with the stabber.
You are indeed going to stab him with your stabber. Okay.
Cool.
He takes
Let's
nine piercing damage.
Mark that nerd.
Okay.
Actually, didn't I check this? Doesn't mark go away if I move away from it?
I think so. I think it's if you do. There's a certain you have to engage.
Cast it dice on this creature. No, it doesn't go away, but it doesn't have its effect unless I'm there. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
I could grapple him. I'm not going to do that, but I could.
Yeah.
It's him with a javelin. Him with some javelins.
Okay. He's hit him for 11.
Yep.
Okay.
And I don't know, just because I hate him. Oh, I'm gonna push him over. Sure.
Okay. All right. So 2 quick strikes, like a scorpion,
Put his
and
back
then
down.
slam your shield into him. I got not great. He rolled a 1, so he's got a 5. 5 is the number to beat. 22. All right.
Welcome to the hot plate.
You knock him on his ass right onto the hot plate. And he falls down. His back starts to sizzle.
Okay. Then I move back, provoking an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage.
He's already got disadvantage and he's prone, so he just kind of tries to breakdance fight you. Like a foot kicks out in your direction. Disadvantage. He gets a 10, so you just step aside.
The noble art of breakdance fighting.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'll move back to my friendly friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do.
Okay. All right. So on his turn, the flesh golem is rejuvenated by lightning. Zip zap zorp. Gets 9 hit points. Okay. Uses half of his movement to stand up. He's still marked, but there's nothing. Doesn't matter, right? He no longer has disadvantage. He's going to get off of the hot plate. He steps aside and he takes some swings at that zombie.
Yeah.
First slam. Here we go. He gets a 23. He deals 14 damage to the zombie.
Oof.
He deals 14 damage to the zombie.
He does deal 14 damage to the zombie. He takes a second swing at the zombie. The second swing is a 27. It is a critical hit.
Jesus.
He deals... he's dead. Yeah, he deals 23 damage or 21 damage to the zombie.
So what's the DC that he's got to make?
He can't make it. It's a crit. So
on a crit,
it just dies instantly.
he slams Zomboromir against the wall. Zomboromir's a bugbear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think he reaches out with his left hand and he just grabs him by the head and he just crushes it Gallagher style. Blood and brains fly everywhere. And then the zombie, lifeless once more, flops to the ground. Rest in peace, Zomboromir.
No.
The flesh golem looks at his hand dripping with blood and skull fragments and just shakes it and looks back at Trenzy like, I did it.
Oh, Zomboromir.
All right, Jewel, it is your turn.
Well, that was too bad. Rinse and repeat. Move up.
Okay.
Stab.
Okay. Now you get to wear the cool skull helmet.
Yep.
Yes. Let's go on the trade-off.
Okay, you hit.
Strangely, it's at the right height. It's
Okay,
floating up and down.
There's nothing. There's no creatures or allies within 5 feet or anything. So I still get sneak attack for 15 damage. That's disappointing.
Okay.
And then Jula's like, and woof, 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 and she moves backwards.
Okay.
Where
All right,
she
so
was.
14, 15 damage. All right. Cool.
Having figured that the little dagger don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the stings of cricket's slice and 8's stabbing. What's the name of your javelin? Lightning something?
Oh, it was Tempest Fury or something like that. It was
That's actually a good one.
So between the two of you, you're seeing that this thing is coming apart. You're attacking the magic that is keeping its dead flesh together. And he's starting to stagger. He's coming apart at the seams. Makaria, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to have my little schoolboy hit at him.
Okay.
16.
16 is definitely a hit. Oh yeah.
He takes 11 force damage.
Woof. Okay.
Little schoolboy, and then I think that I'm just gonna heal myself. Because like I noticed, I felt that like I didn't see really anything happening last time when I tried to attack him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna cure wounds on my body.
Okay.
Oh, good. I rolled a 1. Fucking excellent.
Well, you get 5. You get 5 hit points.
It's
okay.
not nothing. And then, yeah. Oof. We're both in lines and it makes me scared. But I'm just gonna, cautiously take a couple steps back, stay within view, but just like, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay, good. All right. Cool. Trenzia will continue to lightning the floor. So that's cool. She's going to keep that going because the golem's still around. Rin, it is your turn. And Rin, Makaria, I think, Makaria, especially as you back up, you hear banging on the other side of this door. Now, not like super loud, but the door is like rattling in its frame. Something's like pushing on the other side.
Just what we needed. Thanks, Adam.
Is the door made of metal, Adam?
The door is made out of wood with metal bands on it.
Damn it.
Yeah, all the doors around here.
Metal bands might work. I mean, not all the doors are made of wood and metal bands.
Door's wood. It's got metal bands on the front
Didn't
of
we
it,
discuss
like
that there were some
Metallica
stone
and Iron
doors?
Maiden, and those sound pretty metallic. There's a Guns N' Roses poster on here for some reason. Yeah, what do you want to do, Ren?
I am trying to decide. This is new for the door information.
It is new. Yes, this is new information.
Okay, well that's not gonna work. All right, well I'm gonna stop concentrating on heat metal because it's pointless. Nobody's gonna stand in my cool hot plate anymore.
Come on, stand on it. Aw, you're no fun. Okay, so with a sizzle.
But I guess.
Oh god, and it's like a George Foreman grill that hasn't been cleaned properly. It's got little chunks of golem flesh stuck on it.
No.
Ugh, golem feet.
I will healing word Makaria.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's gonna come through that door, and we should probably be a little healthier. There's 10 health.
Wow.
And then I will vicious mockery the golem because I mean it's
okay.
When I healing word.
All right. So our friend the golem, advantage on this save, wisdom save. Survey says, actually not bad. I got an 18.
Oh damn it!
An 18 and a 17.
Well, he passes. It's fine. He doesn't get mocked.
He is unmocked. Yeah, I mean he's all burned and angry, and he's still like pretty hype about fighting that zombie and stuff. So, yeah. All right, 8. Do you want to go and unstoke this dude?
Yeah. I double checked and was looking at when the unwavering mark stuff goes off. So, move up. Didn't give him disadvantage on attacks against the zombie, which is fine. That's not the part I was concerned with. I do as my action, I will take my javelin attacks.
Okay. Poke. Yeah, you hit. I think it's like nearly impossible for you to miss this guy. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like it.
He's got like 9 armor class.
Yeah, I have +9.
Yeah.
Hit him again.
Okay.
Well, I tried, but didn't quite.
All right.
Now,
the flesh golem is slewn. You plunge.
God damn it!
You plunge your javelin into his face. It comes out the other side. He clutches at it kind of helplessly, and then tumbles forward, sliding off of the point and falling to the floor.
In addition, if a creature marked by you deals damage to anyone other than you, you can make a special melee attack against the marked creature as a bonus action. I had another stab and it does increase damage.
Well,
and I have advantage on the attack.
You're all charged up. It's like you got to sneeze and you can't do it. All right. So the flesh golem lies splorched on the electro floor.
That's sad. Actually, it's pretty good. I was pretty worried about that, but he didn't get to do anything. Sorry, zombie. And I moved from next to here, so 5, 10, 15. I guess I moved back just in case Lightning Lady decides she wants to come back.
Lightning Lady.
I already forgot the name. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Her name is
Trenzia.
Trenzia. Okay.
Lightning Lady.
Lightning
Francia.
Lady.
She couldn't sound more like a fancy wizard.
Jewel, it is your turn. You can hear thumping on this door at the end of the hall.
You hear noises from the door, and the floor is definitely still crackling with electricity. Jewel goes, I'm not stepping on the floor. That sounds like a terrible idea. And I think she's gonna, there's probably an attack coming from somewhere. So she's gonna back up. I think she should be able to get to just around the corner.
Okay.
I think, let's see. Well, it's 25. Wait, no, I'm bad at this. I think she'll just get right next to Macaria. I can just bonus action. She's gonna move and a bonus action to dash, and then I'm gonna ready if something comes in range to stab it.
Okay.
So we end up back here.
Okay. All right.
There is a stabbable target. I would like to lodge a sword in it.
Okay.
I'm a stabbable target.
I assume you mean someone who's not a member of your party.
Well,
Lodge your short sword directly in the back of my neck.
Okay. All right. So that's Jewel. Macaria, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
oh, good. I'm feeling a little bit more healed. There's a door that's rattling. I would like to step across the other side of the hallway and say to the door, excuse me, we're quite busy right now.
On the other side of the door, you hear and scratching as the door like rattles.
Ugh.
Multiple voices too.
Multiple scratchy voices.
Yeah.
I do something that I have never done before, and I cast Turn Undead.
I believe they have to be able to see you. I don't think you can cast Turn Undead through a wall.
I just wanted to make them go away.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
They have to be able to
I've
see.
never done
You hold
before.
aloft your holy symbol, and they see it, and they're like, "Ah, fuck! I hate that shit," and they run off. But
Okay.
they have to be able to see it. You can't just be like, "God is in this room. I can feel God in this room tonight."
There's a god over here.
You better run.
I was thinking the same thing with Detect Thoughts, but it's people you can see instead of things you can see.
Okay, so that was 5, 10, 15, 25, 20, 25, 30. I still can't see her. But I can see my thing, so I'm going to make it move 20 feet in a diagonal into the room.
Okay.
So I think it can get to like here or something. I can't move it.
Well, yeah, where do you want it?
Just 20 feet and a diagonal into the room.
Okay. So there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still see it. So you can see it like crawling across the room. Okay.
I can't see her, but I assume she's in there somewhere I can't see, so I'm just gonna start moving it now because it's really slow.
All right. So you can't see this happening. You hear the sound of a fire igniting, like a conflagration of fire, just burst of flame. And then the fire gets louder and louder, but I don't know by how much. Let me look up this spell. I've got a cool animated spell effect for it and everything. Okay, appears within duration or within a distance of 60 feet.
Oh, is this... Okay, I know what this is.
Okay.
Flame sphere.
Yeah, so a sphere of fire appears in the hallway, whoosh, bursts into flame, and I think it just starts rolling towards you. I think that's how that works.
Does it roll across gaps?
It goes underwater, comes up on the other side. All right, so let's see. So you cast it as a regular action, and then as a bonus action, you can move it up to 30 feet. And I think she's also going to move because she can fly around. So what's her movement rate? Let's mark off one of her spells. Boop. And let's see, movement rate 40 feet. Okay. All right, and then, yeah, she just rolls that flaming sphere at you. So it can move 30 feet, and if you ram it into a creature, you have to make a saving throw. So here we go. It's going to go ram, and just like ram into all three of you. So everybody make a saving throw against this ball of fire that's rumbling through the hallway, trying to smash into you.
Wait, it can like go around stuff? You can just move it? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's like a semi full. It's a weird spell. Yeah. It can jump over 5 foot tall barriers. Let me see if it stops. Oh no, it stops at the first person. Okay. All right. So it's gonna slam into 8 and then stop. Yeah, I didn't see that part. Also, look how cool it is.
Cool. Is this a dexterity saving throw?
This saving throw is a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
Hell yeah. I add my shield's AC bonus to dexterity saving throw I make. So
nice. Tiny ball of fire bonking around in the room. Oof.
11?
No, I don't think an 11 is sufficient. Her save DCs are definitely not 11. Yeah. So flaming sphere, when it crashes into you, you take 2d6 fire damage.
That's a shame. I want to use my cool shield master thing.
I think you jam your shield into the ground and it climbs up the shield and jumps onto you and it burns you. So it's 9 damage, 9 fire damage. And if you ram the sphere in a creature, it makes a saving throw, and then the sphere stops moving. Okay, cool. So it is where it is. And if you end your turn on the sphere, you will also be burned. Okay, and that's Trenzia's turn. Rin?
I really want to heat up her metal face. I really want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, do it.
I'm going for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the skull? Is that the skull?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah, sorry, my window is in the way of yours.
My flaming skull is red.
There's so many skulls.
Hers
Yeah,
is-
Okay,
this is Trenzia over here. Yeah.
This is the lady I need. So we're gonna cast heat metal on her face.
Okay, good.
Enjoy this.
Why did I install a metal face? Okay, all right. So
It
she
does 10 damage.
she just takes the fire damage.
Yeah. And then make a Constitution save. This test a Constitution saving throw or drop the thing that I'm heating. But
Okay.
I don't
It also specifies if they can't drop it or remove it, then they're just screwed.
Yeah. Okay. She cannot drop her own face.
so I can keep doing the damage as a bonus action.
Now she is resistant to heat. She's got Teflon face. So
Okay.
the girl with the Teflon face. So yeah, you could fry an egg on that face. But yeah, it just starts to heat up, and she screams like in more rage than pain. Like, how dare you? How dare you burn my face? And so that's a thing. No, she's not. Chat. She's actually modified. This is a modified version of the usual flame skull. So some of her resistances have changed. Some of her abilities are also different. You'll notice.
Does she save on flame sphere?
She does have to make a concentration check. She's got a +2. She gets a 18. She's fine. The flaming sphere continues.
Yeah. So she takes the 10 damage or whatever.
Yeah, takes 5.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, and while her face is on fire, she has disadvantage against.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she can't drop her own face. Okay, so Rin, you need to make a dexterity saving throw, unless you have more move. Like, you can feel the heat. If you move away from the fireball, it will not burn you.
If you were in it, not when
No, it's if you're close to it. It'll
really?
roast you. Yeah.
Well, I just go there.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you can feel the heat from the fireball. So you move out of the way,
It's cool.
and yeah, and you got that like kind of like you start sweating and you can feel your skin starting like crisp up, like, and you move. Okay, so 8. It is your turn.
Okay. I can't feel the heat. Not in James Wood's voice as Haiti in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Perfect.
Yeah. Feel the heat.
God, spam that. Oh, so many times. Sorry, I'm just gonna count how far away I am. 15, 30, So I want to just go over there, just punch her in her stupid mouth.
I mean, you could.
But we hit her. Has
Still
anyone
have
like,
the action surge?
yeah, I do have action. Has anyone said anything about the door?
No one has told you about the door yet. No.
Okay. In which case, yeah, I'm gonna use 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will, as an action, take the dash action.
Okay. And run over there.
The grill. Yeah, and we'll do the action surge to take her on.
Okay, you haven't used your action surge? So far?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
I was going to use it on the ghouls, and I don't think I did.
I feel like you did. That's the thing. Like that's why I was
I
like,
feel like you may
I think you did already.
Let me look. Oh, it's deleted my tracker for the.
You used it
All right.
so hard you can never use it again. Yeah, I think you've
If
used
you
it
think
already.
it's used, then yeah.
Yeah,
totally
I
best.
seem to remember you using it.
Are you talking about the ghouls, like the electric ghouls fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can look back.
Action surge doesn't usually make it into the thing, but yeah, if you see 3 attacks by 8 in a row.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. We'll check it after the I think for right now it's used. Jewel, it's your turn.
The door is making noises. That
is
is
rattling.
concerning.
Yeah.
Does the door appear to have like a locking mechanism on it?
No, but it's like it requires a handle, right? And so you can see the handle like moving, the little like valve. Or
She was just straight up gonna like lock the door if
Yeah,
she
you
could,
just
if
see a
there was
big-
like a keyhole or
Now,
anything.
if you wanted to, you could use your thieves' tools to like jam the door. You could try to do that. Because you got like crowbars and shit in your pack. You got like little.
Yeah, if that's something that she can do without like
Yeah.
losing or breaking.
It's like in Fallout when you realize you can reverse pickpocket a grenade into someone's bag. You could totally use your tools to do the opposite.
Yeah, I think that's because right now she's like, we should take care of these separately to her,
Mhm.
and does not want us to get attacked from behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, Jewel will move up to the door, and then sorry, I'm a clicking, but it's a lagging because I'm using the wrong thing anyway.
Yeah, it's
my
okay.
fault. So moves up to the door.
Okay.
And then I will roll my thieves' tools for her action,
Do it.
not with strength, with dexterity. 26.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So you have jammed the door. Now this means to get through it, you're gonna need to unjam it, but it also means that it's gonna be much harder for whatever's on the other side. Like it's no longer just the velociraptors have learned to open the door. You've slid the bolt, and they're gonna try to like. Get it.
In her mind, she's like, I can undo my own work. What could possibly go wrong? And if worst case scenario, it's a wooden door. 8 can break it. Also, she hears like the growling sounds of something that's probably going to eat their face on the other side.
Okay.
Okay, and that's my action. So I think she's going to just like call out and tell them that she did that, that she locked the door. And then I'll.
I've broken this door in a way that makes it so they can't get us.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6. So she's gonna move up slightly to set up for the next turn.
Okay. All right.
It might be a little bit late. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Would it be okay if instead of moving up to it, then I threw my javelin at it? Or has time passed?
Oh yeah, no, we're past
When
that.
it's not your turn anymore, I think we're
we're
rules
past
up.
that.
Not being in a line.
Makaria, you begin your turn super close to the fireball, which is okay. You just want to get away from it. You can feel it like roasting you. It's
so
a tiny,
I'm
it's a tiny
gonna-
sun.
1, 2. That's 3. I just don't know how to do diagonal.
I feel like heat metal is one of those rare spells. There's just no saving throw from. Like there's
really is
You
just
don't
like-
roll to attack. They
make
don't
a
roll to
con-
defend.
You make a con saving throw to drop whatever you're holding because it's usually like sword related or armor
Right.
related.
But
the
there's
thing
no
is, like,
there's no thing
You're
like if
never
you
gonna
can't.
be able to get plate armor off.
No.
The not cooked to death.
Yeah. Well, no, and even any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage.
Yeah, just straight
no
up.
save, nothing. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a sweet spell. I remember using it a lot.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Annihilation.
Yeah, it's very, very strong. Totally.
So I think I'm gonna move forward this one, just so I can have a full like shot on her. I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my skelly head into attacking range.
Okay.
And
Does a bite?
we will.
Okay.
12.
12 is a miss.
Yeah. So it like swoops, but you know she's also pretty
dancing.
swoopy.
They're dancing.
Skull versus skull combat.
And then I'm gonna guiding bolt. I'm not sure how she likes to deal with. Oh, a 10. Good.
That's a miss too. You guiding bolt the wall behind her. The power of Merkel strikes the wall.
Good.
And
I just whiffed both of my things, and then I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay. Good. All right. So it is Trenzia's turn, and I would love to take an action for her, but we're gonna take a quick break first before Trenzia's revenge. Finally, I get to do something. Now her face is on fire. Does she take? She takes that damage on her turn, right?
Oh
no, you have to do it as a bonus action. Okay, so she'll take some more face burning on your turn, but now it's her turn to do some stuff. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, the battle with the apprentice Trenzia, who's a flying skull for some reason, will continue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Don't judge the apprentices.
This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at roll20.net. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hot Skull on Skull action. There's fireballs, there's bonus actions, there's lasers. There used to be a golem, but he's dead now. Poor guy. So let's see. It's my turn. And by me, I mean Trenzia. So Trenzia is going to use her bonus action to slam this fireball into somebody. I think the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So he's going to slam right into Makaria. So Makaria, the fireball chases you. It rolls across the floor and smashes into you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Sure.
Flaming Sphere is like a weird version of spiritual weapon.
I get a 1.
Good. All right. So you are scorched.
Very scorched.
For 9 damage.
Oh, not as scorched as one could be.
I mean, it's only 2d6. So it rolls up and bang, hits you. Your clothes ignite. Then your flesh burns. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good.
Sound fun.
Now I gotta figure Trenzia. She's maintaining a spell. She's got Flaming Sphere. She's used up her 1 3rd-level slot. Her other 2nd-level slot, I think, is also a concentration spell. I think. Let me take a quick look. I think this is going to come down to, yep, concentration. All right, this is going to come down to everybody's favorite 1st-level wizard spell. She's going to magic missile your ass. So, her eyes crackle and glow, her mouth opens, and magic missiles fly out. They are striking 8. So, magic missile, I can cast this at a higher level, right? 2nd level or higher.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, all right, she'll cast it at 2nd level, so she'll use her other 2nd-level slot for it.
44 plus 4.
All right, here come the magic missiles.
Oh, I hate that. My AC, it does nothing.
There go the goggles. All right, you take 13 damage. Thunk,
Okay.
thunk, 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 thunk. Magical missiles strike against your metallic body, sending pain, searing through you. Now, she could, like, move, but she can't. She's faster than you.
Yeah, stab her.
She's
She can
faster than you.
move.
You'll get an attack of opportunity, but... yeah, I think she's gonna have to. I think that's the jam. So go ahead and make your attack of opportunity. She's gonna try to get the fuck out of here.
Sure. Hiya.
Yeah, so definitely a hit. Surprising no one.
Okay.
Okay.
14 damage. And
You stab her.
Don't know how much.
Can you
marks
mark on a reaction? Because you're not taking the attack action.
That's a good question. I assume so.
I don't think so. Is it when you deal damage with a melee attack? Is it when you take the attack action? What triggers?
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Bam, there it is. So yes, you can.
Yep.
All right, cool. So she's marked. Good. On the other side of the door, you can hear banging and groaning and what have you. So I'm gonna roll here to see if they break the door. The DC is 26. That was what you got for your jamming roll. All right. So there are 2 of them. So they're helping each other. There's at least 2 of them anyway. Let's see how I do. I got to roll real good. No, a 6 is not real good, Adam. Okay. So the door continues rattling. And it's very clear, Jewel, that your quick thinking in jamming the door has prevented them from breaking it down. It would have been a foregone conclusion. Okay, Rin, it's your turn. You are in the vicinity of the fireball, but I do have to make a save to see if that fireball is still there.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's when you end your turn in
Yes, yeah, it's when you end your turn.
Right,
What's the DC? 10?
Yeah.
Okay, she's fine. I got an 11. Okay, so anyway, sorry, Rin. Yes, just don't end your turn.
No,
close to the
I'm
hot
not going
circle.
to. We're gonna move over here, and then we're gonna use a spell,
Okay.
and it's gonna be a mockery of viciousness, because it's what I can do for Trenzia.
All right. What do you say?
Where's the rest of you?
Burn.
And then
So hold on, she's got she also has magic resistance. So I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Damn it. This is nice. That's naughty.
Doesn't matter. I got a 2 and a 4.
Sick deal. She takes 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And has a disadvantage on her next.
She's already at disadvantage because her face is on fire.
Well, there you go. And her face takes another 10 damage.
My face! Ah! All right, cool.
Screw her face.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right, 8. It's your turn.
She's still alive?
Yeah. And she's like, her face is melting, kind of like dripping off of her skull. I mean, she didn't have a face to begin with, but like the metal plating is burning into the skull and melting it. And she's like screaming. One of her eyeball bulbs has popped.
Okay. Well, even though she has increased movement, that is unfortunately not enough because I'm actually still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She just tried to get away. Like, that's as far as she could go.
Yeah.
It's literally as far away from you as she can get. So you just chase her.
Yep. There's no escape.
Perfect.
We'll stab her a little bit with the javelin.
Just a little. Just poke.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you hit her.
Okay.
All right. So you come rushing up. Give me, you describe it. How do you kill this skull? You got a pointy stick. What do you do with it?
Sweet. Yeah, I think it's just through the eye socket with such force that it cracks that area of bone, and the force reverberates out, and the whole thing just explodes. It just explodes from being stabbed.
Nice, yeah. So you hit it, and then the skull shatters, and bits of skull chunk and like metal, twisted metal, fall to the floor, making a nice pinging sound because the floor is made out of lightning, or made out of copper.
It's made out
of lightning. Anything else you want to do, 8?
No, I think that's it for me. I use my full movement.
Okay, her super cool fireball goes away, obviously.
Just for next time, you got your little stream deck. Next time you use Flaming Sphere, you're gonna want Quad City DJs. You're gonna want some Space Jam. Nice,
yeah, nice, totally. Yeah, little known fact. The boss of sublevel 19 is indeed Charles Barkley, summoned from the basketball dimension, and he just dunks on you with fireballs all day. Any spell that has the word ball in it, he can cast it. Any sphere-shaped weapon, he can use it. Chaos dunks all day long. Okay, so 8, you're gonna finish your turn there. All right, Jewel, what would you like to do? The door seems to be holding for the time being.
She sort of calls over like, did you get the skull? Is the skull dead?
Yes.
He's dead.
It appears to be so.
I don't know how long before they figure out that all they have to do is turn the handle. But there's something in that other room. And
I love the idea of you saying that, and then we cut back to the creatures in the other room, and one of them looks at the other one like, I fucking told you, and he just turns the handle. See?
God damn it, Steve. All you had to do was turn the...
He's like, I don't know.
I'm trying. Do better. They're just like smacking each other's hands. Yeah, it's great. I feel like we shouldn't just leave them, but we should prepare ourselves. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So Jewel is going to back up and then kind of move up and ready her weapons and her actions for someone else in the group to go first.
Oh, you want us to try and unlock the door that you locked with your
No, she just doesn't. She's waiting for everyone to group up before she's gonna, like, in case they get through the door, she's ready to stab them, but she's waiting for the group to be a group around the door before she unlocks it.
Got him.
She's like, so let's team up. We're good. Let's do that thing we're supposed to do.
Okay.
You're very far away from me.
Okay. Good. So you're gonna do that, Jewel. Your hold action is if something comes to the door, just like attack it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She doesn't think they're gonna until she unlocks it, but
yeah, it's an inevitability given the way the dice work in this game. Makaria, what do you want to do?
I am going to start moving. Well, I'm gonna move my skull boy over here because I assume that like once we deal with this door, that's the next direction.
To where?
To here.
Okay.
Because it can't get to this door. It's gonna take like 3 or 4 turns to get there. And then I will mourn Zomboromir
His beautiful face crushed into paste.
I will take a small bit of its flesh to study later. And I will move 1 to you. Hello. I'm sorry, my computer is about as slow as I am today.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So half of your computer is numb
Yeah,
today?
right.
Well, I do have 2 computers, so that's actually possible.
ASDF works fine, but JKL semicolon, no way. It's a no-go.
Okay, so I move to here, and I'll also ready an action to ring some bells if anything comes through that is an enemy of mine.
Okay, and you don't have to. This is again the weird when those weird like edge cases. Spiritual weapon is not a concentration spell, so you can hold a spell. Okay, all right. So as before, 2d20. I guess I can just tab up to it. Here comes the attempt of these creatures to break the door down. More banging on the other side. 21, closer. You can see the door is like just barely holding on. I mean, if they get
it, they would have to crit.
They got to get a 20, basically. Yeah. But yeah, Rin. Like, and also given enough time, like I established before, it's not a permanent solution. The door is jammed.
Yeah, eventually they could just break.
It's not welded shut. Yeah.
And I will ready an action for if anything comes through the door, I mock it viciously.
And actually, I should look up because they're gonna start like exactly the same conclusion you came to, Jewel. They will probably figure they can't jimmy it open, and they'll just start attacking it on their turn. Dungeon Master's Guide for that stuff to punch like doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think doors have like
for like object hardness.
Yeah.
Yeah, how hard they're.
I think it's AC.
Like
oh, you know what? I bet you it's got a door listing.
I think it's like AC 15 from what I remember. No.
Dungeon features.
So there's one of those things like the object is not moving. It's very large. Like, how are you not hitting it?
But it's made to stay.
How are you not?
It's just like how much damage.
What kind of an idiot are you?
The doors are thick, sturdy wood fitted with iron hinges and handles. Okay, so thick, sturdy wood. They'd have an AC and a threshold and whatever. So, yeah, how hard to damage, not how hard to hit it. Yeah. Okay, so
I guess that's fair.
I don't even know what to look up in here.
But then also,
whatever.
like, I could
you take your turn.
which also doesn't make sense.
No, well, there's a threshold. You have to do a certain amount of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say, Adam?
It's your turn. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I moved and I said I will viciously mock whatever.
Okay. All right.
Comes through the door.
8.
Move it.
Okay.
Okay, moved and dashed. That's it for me.
All right. Jewel?
She's gonna kind of look to the group and she's gonna wait one more round. Either they'll break through the door and she'll stab them, or 8 will be next turn.
Both myself and Rin and you are within distance to attack them.
Remember, she knows there's 2 of them, and it's a lot harder to sneak attack 2 things when 8's not.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's gonna just same thing, hold an action again.
All right. I'm trying to figure out what section of the Dungeon Master's Guide this horse shit is in, and then I'll write it down. So the next time we need to break down.
If both of them come through the door and they're next to each other, I can't sneak attack them.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. I don't want the appendix. I think it's AC. I think just off the top of my head, I think it's AC 5, and it's got like door AC chapter 8. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, chat. Okay, so yeah, they Makaria, you're doing the same thing.
I've got Toll the Dead ready.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if I have to beat my own DC of 26.
You do, yeah. If you want to pick the lock and like reopen.
So it might just be easier to wait for them to break it.
Okay, so it's a wooden door. And I've got its hit points. I guess I'll roll its hit points to figure that out to see how long. And it's got an AC of 15 because it's wood. Okay. Stats for objects. Damage thresholds. It's not a castle wall. Okay. All right. So they're not actually too hard to chop down. All right. So let's roll HP for it. It's a resilient medium object. So I'll roll that. I'm going to roll it in the same way I would with a monster. So you guys don't know how many hit points because it's more tense if you don't know how long it is before they bash it down.
You guys don't make your castle walls out of wooden banded doors?
I mean, you know. Okay, all right, and then there are 2 of them able to attack the door. So you hear like smashing against the door on the other side. And
God, what game was it? Was it Age of Empires 2 where the corners of castle walls had more HP? So you just spammed the corner as opposed to making
always built like diagonal pieces.
Yeah, that was it.
okay, so only one is capable of doing damage. And it does, and it deals 11 to the door. The door is it's getting fucking shredded. We are very close to a here's Johnny type situation. So yeah, you hear scraping on the door, scraping and hissing at first, and then there's a pause, a second of quiet, and then 2 big like clawed slashes on the other side of the door. The door shakes, chunks of it break through. You think you see like a claw kind of like tear through at the bottom of the strike. And now you can hear through the quickly disintegrating door, you can hear snarling and hissing.
Does it sound like ghouls?
You did just fight ghouls. It sounds similar. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, like raspy humanoid throat noises. Rin?
Ready, action. Vicious mockery, the first thing that comes through the door.
Fuck yeah. 8?
Yeah, I'm going to move again. So
I feel like just letting them get through the door and then bottlenecking them and attacking the shit out of them.
Kind of like the smart move.
I think that's the better plan. Jill's like, she's just going to let that happen.
Okay.
All right, so do you want me to stand there and then they can only come in through one?
That's what I'm thinking is Jules going to move out. We'd be able to attack them through the doorway, so.
Okay. I will move that. I already a step on.
Oh, this door is super weirdly placed because is it 2 wide or 1 wide?
It's 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big door.
Big old door.
Okay, and then 8, what's your action? So you moved.
So, yep. I'm going to hold an action to step when something comes through the door.
All right. Jewel?
So should I move next to you, 8?
Up to you.
Or let something go into that square?
I don't think it makes a huge difference. I'll do that. If you stay there, I'll be attacked twice. If you move forward, then they might hit you.
Okay, I'll stay. Ready action, stab thing. Well, if they don't move, I assume they'll move up. I don't know. We'll find out. Ready action to stab something.
Okay. All right.
Not tonight.
Makaria, same as before?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see much. Yeah, I don't have much else to do.
So Toll the Dead is the
I think so, yes.
preferred action. Okay, so first one attacks the door. Hits it, and chances are very good it shreds the door. Let's see. Nope, not 2d9, Adam. Those aren't real dice. There we go.
I mean,
9 damage.
None of these are real dice.
Okay, so the door is smashed down, right? The claw, you see these claws, they're human size. It's a little Resident Evil. Human size like hands, but then the fingers are elongated and end in sharp talons. The skin on the fingers is gray. There is like it's like torn. You can see the bone underneath, and it smashes through and rips the door down. And through the hole, and as the door is being pulled apart, you see on the other side 3 of these creatures. They look like they were human once, but now their flesh has long, like dried and atrophied. But unlike the ghouls before, there's a glint of sort of dark intelligence in their eyes.
Oh no, they're greater ghouls.
Yeah, they're super ghouls. Yeah, they're winged ghouls. They're very. Imagine if you asked Todd McFarlane to design a ghoul, like they have like jagged teeth and like a long stringy tongue, and the thing that it's not their face, it's not the claws, it's not the bad attitude, it's the smell. So a horrible stench bursts forth as they tear the door down. So let me yank that out of the way. and put them on the map for you. You see beyond. You see a group of creatures, and let me just clear the fog there. There you go.
Your little tongues.
So you see 3 of these ghasts. So the first one went. He tears the door down. The next one rushes up to attack.
We stab him.
Yeah, and you get to go ahead and do your attacks.
All the things.
Oh, but let me check with the stink and see what the stink does. Oh, it's when you start your turn. Okay, all right.
Gross.
Yeah, just awful stench. All right, you both strike it. It leaps forward, trying to kill you, and you both just like, aha.
All right, I mark it as well.
Okay. So Cricket stings for 14 damage. Dave, you deal 11, and then Vicious Mockery.
I mock.
Viciously.
And the dead are told.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's actually the new name of the spell is Told the Dead. I told them.
I told them.
Okay, so he gets a 3 on his wisdom save against Vicious Mockery. He is mocked viciously.
Oh, please fail my wisdom save as well.
So he has disadvantage on his next
I
attack.
vote.
He gets a wisdom save against the necrotizing effects. He gets a 3 and fails.
17 necrotic damage,
Okay, he's resistant to necrotic damage.
but not invulnerable, right?
Not invulnerable.
Hey, it's still a lot.
So he takes 8 damage.
Yeah.
Yes, it is still alive. So all of you just like rip into him. He gets stabbed and slashed. And,
Oh no, it's still alive.
and got told. But he's still fighting. So he's gonna get his turn. So he moves. He gets to make a claw attack.
I'm really glad I locked the door.
Oh yeah, and he's marked, right? So he's gonna attack.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he will attack you. 8. Swings out with his claws. I rolled an 8. So the claws just slash across your armor.
No.
Okay. And then the other ghast, this guy, he is gonna come running in, and he's gonna go here, and he's gonna attack Jewel with his claws.
That's not part of the plan.
So he slashes out with his claws.
He can move diagonally just like we can.
I forgot that I should have moved forward.
He gets a 19 to hit you.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Okay, so you want to use your roll? Okay.
Do it.
How dare you,
I
you
cut
stinky
words.
man!
Get
All
out.
right, stinky man does not hurt you with his
Take
stinky
that.
man claws. All right, Rin, it is your turn.
I viciously mock the one that we pounded the shit out of.
Hang on 1 second before you do that. I
What?
want to check a rule.
Okay.
If you are holding an action, do you use your reaction?
Yes.
So you cannot also use your
Yes.
reaction
Fine,
to
sure.
yes.
Okay.
So Jewel, you do get hit by that one. You keep your thing,
Yeah.
your special die. But yeah, Jewel, go ahead and make a. Or do you want to use your roll?
I
or your
can't.
dodge?
That's my reaction.
Right, that's your reaction too. That's the one drawback to holding your action. Okay, so you take 10 slashing damage, and you need to make a con save.
Ugh.
Oh.
10 damage, make a con save.
Got this. Come on.
I thought I put the damage in. Let me double check.
Ooh, that's
No.
bad. All right, you are paralyzed by the ghast. The ghast claws sink into your flesh, freezing you in place. Like you're at the worst dentist
I
ever.
didn't realize that you lost your reaction.
Okay.
Makes sense. I just didn't know.
Sorry. Now, Rin. Now you can go.
Oh, okay. I feel like I might need something a little more potent. I don't have anything a little more potent, so let's just go with that roll that I made already.
Okay. Okay, let's have which so this is the one that everybody's already been pummeling on. That's the
Yeah,
plan.
the one that's like probably maybe
Okay.
close to dead. I don't know.
Wisdom save. Here we go. He gets a 2.
Yay!
He is viciously mocked to death.
Yes.
To death,
4
bro.
damage.
To death.
Uh,
Yep. His self-esteem cannot hold, and the
look
ghast
even worse than you smell, and you smell awful.
staggers back against the wall, looks at you like, "How dare you!" and then dies. Just dead drops onto the floor. Okay. And then do you want to move, or do you have anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Just making a note here as you murder these things. How many you've killed?
Yeah, experience points that we're now using.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, 8. It is your turn.
Yes, I begun my turn within 5 feet of one. I believe you said.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is within 5. You start your turn. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Is it against poison?
Yes, or be poisoned.
Okay, because Warforged Resilience counts for that.
It's a pretty easy save. Yeah, you're fine. 27. Yeah, no problem. Okay, you are immune to the stink of the gas for 24 hours.
Sweet.
Now you may take your turn.
I can't move somewhere that I can block them from getting to Jewel now. Well, I just got to turn to the one that I can reach and
just throw Jewel out of the way. Just like shove her down the hallway.
Yeah, can we shield bash Jewel?
Yes.
No,
she can't. She'll automatically fail the save and just get knocked on her ass.
It would be able to diagonal
Yeah.
through items.
Yeah.
All right. I will stab the ghast above us.
Okay. Oh yeah, no problem.
All right. One
Super
stabbing.
Okay.
2 stabbing. I should have said mark on the last one and mark it this time.
Okay.
Another 11 damage, and I mean, I might as well knock it over.
Might as well shield bash him. Okay.
Might as well.
The number to beat. Oh, yeah, no problem. I got a 9. All right. So this one runs up. It slashes Jewel. As Jewel becomes paralyzed, you lay into it, stabbing it twice, and then throwing it to the floor with your shield.
Okay, let me just check something really quickly.
Jewel's like that cat when you throw the piece of cheese on its face.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah, that's it for me. I forgot that the second one was a bonus and I wasted it on this.
Oh no!
So Jewel, you are paralyzed, which means you can't do anything. And at the end of your turn, you get to make another saving throw against that.
Con save?
Paralysis. Yeah. You remain paralyzed.
Better than the last one.
Okay, Makaria, it is your turn.
These
These are like the best undead you've ever seen. They are just like slavering, stinking, killing machines. Oh, also, sorry, Jewel, you got to make another con save against poison because the stink.
Adam, for my next character, I would like to play a ghoul.
A ghoul? Okay, yeah. Sure. You play a hungry revenant. Okay,
14.
you're immune to the stink. Oh, that'd be the worst.
Good. While I'm paralyzed, at least my nose is not.
God, you're paralyzed. You're just like, oh, it smells so bad. Oh God, I can't move. I can't close my nostrils. Someone stick your fingers in there. Yeah, but you're fine.
You're like at a concert and someone's like raving next to you, like really badly hungry. You can't move. You're like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like being stuck in a convention crowd. Makaria, it is your turn.
I wish now that I would have started moving my flaming skull when we had.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that it was going to take 3 turns to start that. So I'll just do that now because otherwise it's probably going to be dissipated. I don't remember how long it takes, like 600 turns or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, and then I think I'm going to step back a little bit because I can see the fucking stench waves from here.
They have little stink lines coming off of them.
And I'm going to actually do something useful.
Ooh, exciting.
I'm going to bless. It's weird. It's a weird thing to do. But I see Jewel like standing stock still. The same thing that happened to me. And I remember how like shitty it was. And so I'm gonna I think I can do up to 3 creatures. So I'll bless Jewel and I'll bless 8 and myself because I'm selfish.
Okay.
And It's basically like it's like the floating skull, like over your face. It just like fades in. You have the blessing of Merkle. It's a good thing.
We're looking to see if there's any cool bless status indicators. Here, let me...
So when you make a saving throw, you can roll an extra d4. And that's my turn because I use my bonus action to move the skull.
Okay, so let's see. Let's use guidance. Guidance is cool looking. Oh, it says skill up on it. Damn it. He's cool. Ooh, that's a cool one. Okay, here. Bloop. Who else gets blessed?
8 and myself.
8, you, and who? Jewel?
Yeah, Jewel.
Okay. Bloop. There you go. Perfect. All right.
I feel so good. I feel
you got a blue cloud flapping around you. Okay. All right, Makaria. Good. And bless lasts for 10 rounds?
It's up to a minute. So yes, 10 rounds. Isn't that right? Minute, 10 rounds? Yeah.
10 rounds. Okay.
Also, spiritual weapon is not concentration.
That's right. You can keep flapping it around. Okay. Good. So, on the floor, this boy, he's gonna get up. He's marked, so he's gonna.
Oh, actually, spiritual weapon is only a minute, so it's probably gone.
No,
it's been a while.
I don't think it's been 10 rounds.
Okay.
Since you first cast it, let's give it another. We'll give it another like 2.
Okay.
But it's I mean,
I don't remember what one it was that lasted
it feels
for
like it was
10...
a long time ago, but it wasn't even at the beginning of the fight. You cast it like partway in.
That's true.
So we'll give it like 2 more full rounds. Okay. All right. So
it cannot possibly reach to do anything in 2 rounds.
That's okay. We can try. The ghast gets up and it's gonna go after 8. So here come claw. Rah. Claw attack. I get a 14, so it misses. The other one comes moving up. I'm going to move this dead guy out of the way. And that one attacks Jewel. And I think it auto hits.
She's paralyzed. So
I don't know if it auto hits, but it auto crits if it hits.
Nested conditions. Attacks have advantage, and if it hits, it's an automatic crit. Okay. All right. So here goes. With advantage.
Welcome to die.
It gets a 9. Your armor deflects the blow. You are an immobile target.
Because I was also going to say, I think technically I still can use uncanny dodge.
No, uncanny dodge is a reaction.
You can't move.
Yeah, you can't move. So he comes up and just ha and slashes your armor. Hooray! Okay, Rin, it is your turn.
Man, these guys are champs, aren't they? All right, let's see here. What is the operative method? Maybe let's break out the Dissonant Whispers. Haven't done that in a while. What's Dissonant Whispers? This one.
Okay, the marked one or the other one?
The marked one.
Yeah. Okay, do it. I will roll a saving throw for this nerd.
Please do.
Okay, here we go. Wisdom of the crayfish. Survey says he gets an 8.
Sweet.
Dumbass.
So he takes 11 psychic damage and must immediately move as far as it can away, provoking attacks of opportunity.
All right, go. Attack of opportunity on that boy. Do it. He flees into the corridor, snarling and running away on his Todd McFarlane arms. Yeah, no problem. You use the blessing of Merkle, makes you even better at making death.
Merkle.
He doesn't get very far. He just dies. You stab him right in the neck.
Yeah.
And
he's suddenly overwhelmed with some kind of weird fear and then gets stabbed by Dave. Mm-hmm. I mean, 8.
Dave just appears and stabs him.
Same thing.
Listen, when I cast Spiritual Guardians, it's all Dave's. Okay, anything else, Ren?
Dave's. No.
The various Dave faces.
No, I'm good. That's it.
All right, 8. It is your turn. You just used your reaction to murder this dude.
That's fine. I stab this one in front of me.
Okay.
This is the kind of combat I like. I just get to attack 3 times, like in a round. Good shit. Is a 15 hit?
15 definitely hits. Yeah.
Okay, hit him and mark him. Dealing 13 points damage.
Oof. All right, marked. 13 damage. Oh my God, I don't think he's gonna live to see the end of the turn. Let's see.
14.
Pretty close. Pretty close. So just lightning quick stabs, and you're perforating this dude.
As my bonus action, I'm going to second wind because I mean, might as
Yeah,
well.
good call, just in case. You don't want me to crit and take you out. Okay. Jewel, it is your turn.
You get to add a d4.
To what?
Roll it.
Saving throw.
Oh, to say. Sorry, I thought you meant my thing.
Oh, I wasn't. Oof.
9.
Good. Good.
That's a plus.
Yeah. Wow.
It's the Stone of Good Luck for 1, and then you
Yeah.
rolled a 3 on the bless. Still not enough. You were still paralyzed.
Disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, did it not account for that? No.
Same
All right.
though. I'm also disappointed. I will attempt to bring my skull closer.
Okay.
It can get to there. That one.
There.
Or there. That's also good.
Okay.
And then I will use my action. They're resistant to necrotic, yeah. Gosh, I'm running out of spells here, man.
That's fine. We should be good.
Huh?
We should be good if you roll decently. I think it's pretty low. Even if
Okay,
it-
well, I'll even though it's resistant, I'll still toll the dead on it. Oh boy.
Ho, ho.
2 11s.
That's a big boy. Okay, let's see how it goes.
I love my void dice. It's
All
blown
right.
so much.
All right, so necrotic damage. Wisdom save, here we go. DC 15. I got an 8.
Not enough. 22 necrotic and half is 11.
Yeah, 11. He had 9 hit points left. Toast.
Whee!
The ghast heeds the call of Merkel's iron bell, and it calls his spirit back, and the ghast's body just falls to the floor. The animating magic spent.
Cool.
And that's it. All of the things that are threatening to kill you, they're
Have
dead.
perished.
They have perished.
Do I still have to
Oh, man.
save?
I mean, technically, yes, but there's no risk. So, like, for funsies, let's see how long it takes you. Every
Let's
one
see
of these
how
is
long it
6
takes you.
seconds.
Ugh.
There it
Oh,
is.
God.
Okay, you're
You
fine.
done it.
You're back.
14. One more.
Yeah, another
Wow,
6
I did
seconds.
not do well in my con saves.
I gotta say, even being completely bodily paralyzed for 6 full seconds would freak me right
It would
the
be
fuck
terrifying.
out. It would be the worst, especially given that something did it by slashing you with its horrible claws. No, thank you. Oof.
Speaking of horrible claws, I would like to examine these wonderful undead creatures.
Okay. They are as I described them. You can make a religion check if you'd like, because religion
yeah.
is like knowing things about undead.
They are as you
they're
describe.
yeah, they're super ghouls. You don't know much more about that. Let me see if these ghasts. I have to assume that they were also made by Trenzia, so they probably have some kind of like copper wiring and bits of metal in them. Yeah.
I mean, considering that she hated everyone that was working in the area that she was,
Yeah.
I don't think she would let anyone else this close.
Yeah. Okay. So the spiritual weapon goes away.
Yeah.
The bless also.
Eventually, yeah. It's only a
vanishes.
minute.
Yeah, the
so.
blessings of Merkel. And things are for a time quiet.
Well,
What will you do?
Unpleasantness after unpleasantness.
Now that the room is clear, we should check her.
the one that had a door for absolutely no reason.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one.
Or the one that was just copper-plated floor and a flesh golem. I think that the door that these guests were in is the most likely to have something interesting.
There was a shoot. I don't really. I know Adam said a shoot, but I don't really know like what.
There was a chute there, but I would also like to.
You know,
well, I
like
mean,
a-
you guys
like
are
a
kind of
chute.
crowding,
Like
but
a
I would like
dumbwaiter.
to see what's
Jewel-
in there.
So
Well, I think we'll move into this room because it's
yeah, you
right
want to go and scope that room where the gas came from? All right, the room stinks. Stinks to high heaven, of course, because that's where ghasts were. There's a narrow area that opens up into another room, and this room appears to be the remnants of like a mining operation. Pickaxes and hammers litter the floor, as do the gnawed bones, torn black robes, and rubber boots of what looks like I mean, you can make a medicine check when you see the corpse.
It's a corpse?
Yeah, there's a corpse. The corpse is wearing rubber boots, torn black robes, and it's been like its bones have been picked of flesh.
As soon as I see a corpse that doesn't look like it's some undead thing, I'm gonna rush over to it. Where is it?
I don't know, just on the ground. Somewhere.
Okay, well, I go over to it. I'll make a medicine check first to see if it formerly was an undead thing. 18.
Okay, so I will tell you this. It is the bones of a half elf.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you know that, but you do. You have the medical skill.
It's got weird cartilage bone ears.
It's got the fancy elf bones. And it's missing its head, which is funny that I put a skull here. There's no head.
Damn it.
You know, I could ask what happened.
Skull in absentia.
It doesn't have a head. How could you ask something that doesn't have a head?
Notice.
Talk to the.
You notice as you're examining it. You can still do it. So as you're examining the corpse, you notice also it is laying on a torn scrap of paper.
I will try and grab the scrap of paper. I guess that even if it doesn't have a head, I could still make it a skelly boy. It doesn't need to look like it doesn't actually have.
It doesn't actually use eyes to see.
It doesn't use eyes, yeah.
Except that it does. Like it doesn't have dark vision, or it doesn't have like tremor vision or whatever. Like it needs to be able to see. But it doesn't need eyeballs to see.
It doesn't say anything
it's taken a trip on the event horizon. Okay, so the body, you pick up the scrap of paper, and like the other scraps, it begins to speak.
Ugh.
It says, "Day 10, with lightning and copper wires, I created a pack of ghouls. Hal was not impressed. He says I'm not ready for Duiomar Core and its arcane secrets. Well, I'll show him. His flesh golem has given me an idea for a trap more devious than any Hal could devise. Lightning! Is there anything it can't do?"
I hate this woman.
Well, it's a good thing you already killed her, so...
Yeah, she's already been punished for you hating her, I'm quite sure.
Jewel goes and looks to the other side of the room.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did she reanimate her own head separately to her body?
She's reading the instructions. She's reading the instructions of her own spell, and she's like, "All right, there's 10 steps here. I've done the first 8. Step 9, cut off the head. All right." Yeah, she was looking for the head of Vecna. So, in this other room, Jewel, you see that the stonework here is not, it's not as refined as elsewhere. The walls are quite rough. There are wooden joists like holding the ceiling up. And over in the corner, leading off around the corner, there is an exposed bit of stonework with a thick vein of copper ore running through it.
I think she was mining for copper in here.
That would make sense with the amount of copper she would need in the other room.
Do we want to see where that chute leads, or do we want to continue through down here?
Do you think that this body is hers?
That seems probable.
I could ask.
If it is, do we really want to talk to her, though, after we just killed her?
As a question,
Yes.
Would you rule as the DM that I could bring back a headless skeleton?
Yeah, sure.
I say to Rin, well, I don't really care. And then I cast Animate Dead on.
Okay. All right.
I shrug, assuming you wouldn't care because you suck. And then
Okay.
And so I will now have a skelly, even if I don't have
Okay,
a
so
Zombo.
this skeleton has no weapons. This skeleton has no weapons, no bow, no sword. Because
Where did I lose my other one? A while ago, right?
it is a weaponless skeleton, but you have one, and it has no head. So
and
the
they've
skeleton
been attacking
stands
with their,
up.
like, claws, right?
The skeleton stands up and does one of these, like looking for its head, and then shrugs.
Oh dear, you don't have one of those anymore. Don't worry about it.
All of its bones are like chewed on. There's like little chips in it and like scrapes on all the bones, and it's just got this kind of hanging. And it's walking around in like rubber galoshes.
Is there a pickaxe around here?
Yeah, there's a pickaxe, but it's like an improvised weapon, right?
I mean, it's better than no weapon.
Okay, yeah, you want to give the skeleton a pickaxe?
Yeah, I look around and I'm just like, here, hold this.
Do
We'll
you
find
need a weapon for your skeleton with no head?
Well, it would be valuable to have something it could attack with.
I'm gonna go to the copper room while this conversation.
Yeah, Jewel also
Okay.
goes
All right,
towards where
8.
the copper vein was.
8, what are you giving the skeleton?
Giving him a short sword, so he's a normal skeleton.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. I was like, what have I got her? Oh, wait, we'll just do the thing.
When I lost where did I lose my previous skeleton? It was in the room over like Calabash's room, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yes.
I feel like it was. I want to go back. We have so many arrows. I would.
Yeah,
I
it's back there. It's outside Calabash's room.
I want to go back and get.
Okay, well we'll do that in a second. So who was going back into the room? Jewel and
Rin, I think.
Okay. All right. So the two of you head back in there. It's as I described it. It's a big metal room. There's a decomposing flesh golem on the floor. One of the panels is all warped now from heat. And in the back corner there are chunks of skull laying on the floor, sizzling.
There's no like desks or.
No, this isn't a workshop. This is like a test room, like a test lab. There's a door over in the corner.
Yeah,
that's
that
electrified door.
Yeah, and the door has like some kind of conduit like leading to it from under the floor.
There's another passage this way. I call back.
Yeah, and then there's the chute down here.
Yeah, just a moment. I turn around. Skeleton, come with me. Do I have control over the skeleton?
You should, but don't walk all the way over there and all the way back. What is the plan? You want to go get the skeleton, the bow?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Let's see if it's been
tampered with. Yeah, it's that when you go back, the skeleton, many of its bones are missing.
Okay.
Many of its bones are missing, and on the wall, something is written in Goblin, in a foul brown substance.
Gross. All right. Well, then my skelly has a short sword at least.
Mm-hmm.
Not nothing.
Your headless skeleton in robes.
If it makes you feel better, you can imagine the goblins back in the market haggling over,
over the bones.
It's animated by my will. It doesn't need a will of its own or eyes of its own. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Okay. All right. And then yes, the goblins in the market totally took it. Yeah. And so yeah, in here there is another way out, right, through this way, and then as you can tell, there's the door over here that was electrified on the other side. This chute here descends slightly. Let me get the description here. So it is a 5 foot wide, 5 foot high chute in the corner, and it curves downward. It descends as far as you can see. It looks like it goes about 20 feet and then out into another room.
All right. Well, it's time for you to prove your worth. Go ahead. I tell the skeleton to sit down and slide down the chute.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't have a head, so it should be fairly short.
Yeah. So the skeleton gets to basically just 1, 2, and then jumps and clunk, 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 clatters down to the bottom, and then it gets up and it turns around.
I can still. No, I can't really see it. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Is it being attacked? Right. Defend yourself.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
See what's happening.
So hold on, before you do that, you get there. You hear several screaming sounds. You hear a bunch of different voices, all kind of like shouting at once, shouting nonsense. And then hang on, I gotta make some rolls against the skeleton. What's the skeleton's armor class?
13.
Just
13.
Okay.
I did say defend yourself.
13. Okay. Yeah. So the skeleton, you hear clattering as the skeleton tries to fight off. There's it draws the sword, and it's in the middle of a fight with something.
Well, there's something down there, so be prepared. Perhaps we should.
Okay. Well, hang on.
Waste not, want not.
Jewel, as you are climbing in, you hear this insane rambling of many voices. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so your head starts to spin. Your head starts to spin at the sound of this ranting, speaking in tongues thing, and you manage to get it out of your head. This awful noise, but you can still hear it. It just isn't bouncing around the inside of your brain.
Well, there's something really bad down there.
Blue Jay, do you want to make an attack with that skeleton?
Yeah, I
Because
can
I
do
assume
that.
it's like fighting.
20 for 6.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Boom. Skelly boy. Proving his worth.
Okay, so the skeleton, the thing attacking the skeleton. Jewel, you can still do a thing. What do you want to do? You want to fall back or push on?
She doesn't feel so hot, so she's gonna fall back. This is a skeleton, it can die. She sort of backs up, like nopes out of this tunnel, and is like, there was a thing, and it tried to do a thing in my head. I don't know, I didn't see it, but
you can hear it, but you're at a distance, right? You can hear this like rambling, shrieking, like cacophony of voices.
But I feel like, and she sort of looks at the group with like bedraggled clothing and like probably blood and cuts on the face. I don't think we're prepared right now. As exciting as it might be.
Well, we don't really have time for a rest. So either embrace your death or leave the dungeon altogether.
So 8 and Rin, is there anything that you would like to do before the skeleton and whatever it's fighting have another go at each other?
I'm just like, I don't think we're going to be able to deal with whatever's down there. So.
Let's check some of the other passages.
Okay, so Makaria, make a skeleton attack, and I'll do one with this creature.
A 22 for 4.
Okay.
Good skelly boy.
I get a 16. That's a hit, right?
That's a hit, yeah.
Okay, so your skeleton takes. Can you make a strength save?
Strength save for the skeleton?
Yeah, for the skeleton.
It gets a 14.
Okay, it takes 18 damage and is destroyed.
Fuck.
So you feel the connection to it break, and you hear it down below. This like rattling, and then the sounds of bones snapping, just like cracking, like the skull. I was gonna say the skull doesn't have one, but you hear its ribs being crushed. Jewel, you're actually still within range, so make another wisdom save. Like you fall back, and you're like, "There's something down there," and you can still hear it like gurgling in your mind. Okay,
20.
Move, get out of there.
I hear the crunching and I feel the like life that I infused it with like go away, and I'm like, we'll go back later.
And she was like, I think 8 had a great idea, and she just goes like down this hallway and then back towards.
You're like, we're gonna get the.
Why don't we see what was at the other end of that copper vein?
You said there was something in the end of this room?
After destroying the skeleton, the creature on the other side becomes quiet. It's slowly like you just hear like, and then it goes quiet. The burbling ceases.
Well, if I had a grenade, I'd throw it down there, but I don't.
Frag out. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
It's definitely the garbage chute and the OTOG. That's what I would put there.
So you said that there was more down here, Jewel?
Yeah, Jewel saw the copper vein.
Yeah, the other half of the room that we were in has something that goes around the corner.
What's going on over there? Okay.
I didn't realize that there was more. I thought the copper vein was like the end of it.
I mean, I didn't see how far around the corner it goes.
Yeah. So Makaria, if you want to go peek around the corner, you'll be able to see.
I'm going to wait for the sneaky sneak to peek around the corner.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Once you get a good look around that corner, you see the vein continues. They look like they were just carving out this tunnel to follow it, and then the hall ends with rubble.
Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic, says Jewel.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then, what else do we have to do? Oh, I went in the wall.
I zoomed out too far. Okay.
Sorry.
Get out of the wall.
Hey.
I'm moving you. No, stop. Stop moving.
I'm stopping. I stopped.
There you go. You're back in the hallway.
Okay, so we know there's the goblin market.
I think there was a down way that we didn't go.
There's a north way we didn't go, is what it is, from the pump room.
Right.
Okay, let me just make sure there isn't anything else in here. Let's see.
Isn't now a time for a break? You could check on a break.
Nope, there's nothing else there.
Okay. Well, let's, I guess, go back then.
Yeah, we can head back to the pump room and then.
Okay.
break.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
good.
that's the other way, unless we go down the chute.
Yeah, if the plan is to go to the pump room and then go to the northwest corner, that is fine by me.
Yep.
So let's have you navigate your way there, and we will take our second break, and when we come back,
Yeah, I remember now.
we'll see what's on the other side of the pump room. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Welcome. Come on in. It's crazy in here. So back to the pump room. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
All right. So a quick trip through the pump room. You can see some dirty goblin footprints on the ground. It looks like the goblins use this pump room to like get water. Like they actually use it. There's some like water sloshed on the floor and some like muddy footprints back and forth. And in the room itself, as we said before, there is a basin and there's a basin and a water pump, metal rusty iron water pump. Up in the northwest corner where y'all are clustered, there is a door. This is a standard door, much like any other we have seen in the dungeon so far. I presume someone would like to investigate and or open it.
Jewel?
Yep.
Nah.
Okay.
17 on the investigate.
All right. Something is blocking this door on the other side. Not so much you couldn't push it, but when you push the door, you can feel a weight leaning up against it on the other side.
Jewel like turns to 8 and it's like, 8, help. There's something heavy on the other side.
Okay. All right. I put away my javelin for a second. I guess it's in the bag, but why did I have this before? I don't know. It's a great question. Take out the portable ram.
Okay, you can have advantage on your smashing the door down check.
Jewel sees that she was like about to help and is just like, you got this.
Yeah,
It's just
eight literally
your
just takes out a log with handles on it and a big metal cap on the end.
Yep.
Like one of those fucking SWAT things.
From where?
His bag.
Bag of holding.
I had it before I had the bag of holding as well, so I guess it was just on my back somewhere.
Like hanging by a rope.
Do you remember that part in Labyrinth where there are those little goblin creatures that have like their whole like house on the back?
Mhm.
Like that's what I imagine.
Yeah. Totally is 8.
Okay.
So sorry, it's is it an athletics?
It will be an athletics check to slam the door down. Yep.
Okie dokie. Let's see, how do we do?
No problem. All right, you blast the door down. So, if you would like to take a look in the room, you are welcome to go scope it out. But inside this room, you can see, you can see a familiar face, at least to Rin. Now, in this chamber, you can see a figure. It has its back to you, and it is wearing a dark gray cloak hanging over its shoulders. Dozens of eyes adorn the back of the cloak. And you can see that it is looming, this figure is looming over a stone table covered with dusty alchemical equipment and vials of various solid and liquid substances. When you smash the door open, the creature spins, and you realize that the eyes on its cloak are just cloth, and they're painted to look like eyes, and they've been sewn on. They're not actual eyes. And in fact, as it turns around, you see that the thing has a wooden head and like a ball joint, and then a wooden body covered in ratty clothes. The wooden head has a section of like chin cut out. And has been carved to look like it has a beard and big like wooden eyebrows, and then there's like a wig stuck on the side of it that's kind of falling off a little bit, a ratty gray wig, and it turns around and kind of like flops and like clatters a little bit and like lifts its arms up, and its mouth opens and closes like a character from fucking Thunderbirds. Like it talks like this, like, and it says, it turns around and says, "Terrible and painful magical death. Fireballs and lightning bolts! Be gone!" And it points at you. What do you do?
I'm vaguely offended, I'll be honest.
Oof.
Jewel like holds her weapons and is just like, I think she'll move further into the room so that the others can file in if they would like the talker, and she's just like,
and it's just pointing at you with a wooden finger.
I've
Like
never
right
met
now,
a puppet
fireballs
that
or
could-
later.
And it says, fireballs, clouds of poison, horrible death.
I've never met a puppet that could cast spells, but I suppose there's a first time for everything.
Jill like looks back at Rin. Like,
Yeah, you can see there's a door on the other side. And once it's clear that you're not here to just like interrupt its work, the Halaster simulacrum says to you, I was gonna say I have to like not describe it making facial expressions because its only facial expression is. So it goes.
I know.
Yeah, so it just like flaps its wooden mouth at you and says, back to work. And it turns around and it picks up an empty vial and picks up another empty vial and just does this.
I was gonna say, like, can I see what it's doing?
And like
but it's
holds it
obviously
up
doing
and like shakes
nothing.
the empty vial and then puts it down and picks up another one and like starts stirring the vial and it's like, hey, potions and poultices, villainous traps.
Jewel like quietly creeps up to it and just sort of like looks at what's on the table or gets as close as she can.
Yeah. Make an Arcana check. Yeah, right. Your favorite.
13?
13's not bad. All right. Better lucky than good. You don't like most of the vials are empty. Some of them are broken. Like it picks one up, the bottom is broken off, and it pretends to pour something in, and it looks and it's like, ah, yes, a little of this, a little of that. Devilish. And it seems to be like pretending to mix alchemies. Now the room has kind of like an alchemy, like there's a smell to it, a chemical smell to the room, but this thing is just this puppet is just.
Is there anything
pretending
else
to
in
make-
the room?
No.
I don't know that we need to interrupt this thing. I mean,
Okay.
Jewel.
Yeah, she's gonna go look at the other door, but what?
So
Maybe
the door
it has something in its pocket.
You notice this. So piled up on this side and piled up on the side that you came in, any other furniture in the room besides this stone table has been jammed into a pile. You smashed through it on one side, but it's still piled up on this side too.
Oh, Jewel like sees you make the little like steely fingers. So she scuttles back slightly and pats down the puppet.
You want to make a sleight of hand. I assume you don't want the puppet to notice that you're feeling
I
it
would
up.
prefer the puppet not
Okay.
notice
All
that
right.
I am slipping some hands into its
Yeah.
pockets with a 17.
It does not have anything on it. Its robes don't even have pockets. And it's all moth eaten and the wig smells bad. And actually it smells like something like acerbic, like kerosene or something, that kind of smell, like ugh, when you get close to it.
She kind of gives Makaria like
To light it on fire.
Yeah. And then the puppet like nudges you out of the way and he's like, out of the way. And kind of pushes you back away from the table.
she'll start moving stuff by this door.
I also
Drop
go
this,
back
turn you
to the
inside out.
puppet.
He's like muttering to himself.
And I think I have a flint in my pack
Uh-huh.
for lighting torches.
Why?
I have a tinderbox. Yeah.
Stop it right now. Stop. Bad behavior.
So you see Makaria skulk towards it. I mean, if everybody wants to move to the back of the room.
Yeah, I guess I don't see you as I'm going over to help you.
Well, actually, I'll light a torch because the torch
Okay.
I can hold at arm's length.
So you light a torch, yeah.
And
The
then
puppet is just
I-
like going about its business.
And then I'm just like very slowly
Why? Why?
because it smells like kerosene.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay.
Everybody's just like backing away, like, okay, Makaria.
I mean, I tried my what are you doing wise,
Uh-huh.
but you know.
I light it on fire.
Okay. All right. How? What do you do? Like, describe how
I
you light it.
touch a torch to its stupid wig.
Okay. Its wig bursts into flames, and it's like with its mouth flapping. It's like and, like starts trying to pat the wig out, and like runs around the room screaming, like trying to put out the wig, and then it explodes. So the shirt, like its shirt lights on fire, its cloak lights on fire. It's like and then blows up. It blows up. Makaria, can you make a dexterity save?
Yes.
This is how you die. And it was
Was not paying attention until
I
it
have-
starts screaming.
No.
13.
Okay, so you take 4 damage, Makaria. As
Okay.
chunks of puppet like hit you. So boom! It blows up
Ow!
in like slow-mo. And if this were a TV show, it would be like we would have made a miniature and stuck a firework in it and blew it up in slow-mo. And it blows up, chunks of debris fly everywhere. Its
Ow.
head,
Ow.
still burning and like melting, rolls to your feet and it looks up at you with its same blank face, all the paint peeling. And it says, "Ah! Now who will find the cure to filth fever?" And then it goes silent and dies.
Find the cure to what?
Filth fever.
Filth fever.
Filth fever.
All right.
If you want to make a medicine check, I can tell you more about filth
Sure.
fever.
I'm like patting my clothes to try and stop being on fire, also laughing at the same time.
You asshole.
And then I get a 14 on medicine check.
So filth fever, it was at one point a fairly prodigious disease. You would get it from getting bit by rats or any number of
Okay.
other strange creatures. But in recent times, it has long fallen into like it's basically gone away already. Like there's vaccines for it and stuff. You don't see filth fever in the world very often. But it used to cause fever and slowness of movement. But
I wonder how long this
not
thing has
so
been
much
down
these
here.
days. How long has this thing's been down here? I don't know, like an edition, maybe.
Well,
an
I
edition
mean,
and a
like
half.
because it thinks that it's curing filth fever, or at least that's
Right.
the like text that it's been given, and that's pretty much not a thing anymore.
Yeah. Good, you blew up the Halaster puppet.
That makes me feel better about losing all of my skeletons.
Right.
I toss the torch on the floor.
Okay.
Well, that happened.
I think I have 8 torches left.
Jewel continues to move things.
Okay. Yeah, you can clear the debris real easy from this door. That's no problem.
That was the most entertaining thing that's happened to me since we got down here.
good.
Okay. So the door is clear of debris.
Jewel opens it.
Okay. There is a hallway beyond. The hallway extends north about 15 feet, 20 feet, and then goes
Into the hallway.
Yeah, it goes east from there.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see if Makar is going to set anything else on fire.
I mean, if it smells like
Right
it's
around the
soaked
corner.
in kerosene, maybe I will.
If you didn't have inspiration before, Makari, you can take it now. That was
Yes.
very in character.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the hallway continues, and then there are 2 branches to the north. One that terminates quickly in a door. The other that is a slightly longer hallway.
Door or hallway.
Well, you're very good with doors.
I like clearing the doors. That way things don't sneak up on us.
Great. I'll be right
Very-
here.
Very true.
Just investigate this lovely door.
Okay.
Make sure it's not all trapified. 21.
Okay. This door seems to see more irregular use than some of the others you've seen. There's a
Regular or irregular?
regular. So like people
Okay.
use it more often. There's scrapes on the floor. There's like muck. You know when you like you don't like clean the handle or the space around a handle of a door and it just gets like just handprint like dirt on it. There's that kind of
Gross, just
semicircle.
gross, yeah.
Yeah, so you see that. There's like a semicircle of not like clear muck, but discoloration on the door that indicates to you that it's been used quite regularly. You can also smell that kind of like gross, decaying flesh, like dead body smell coming from the other side of the door.
There might be more undead things on the other side. Or dead things. Let's see what's there.
All right, you gonna crack the door?
Yep.
All right. The room beyond is strewn with rotten supplies, and in the center, the remains of a fire pit. In the corner, you see 3 dead bugbears, very, very dead bugbears, and an intellect devourer corpse, little brain that looks like it's been
I leave the dungeon.
cloven with a sword. They have been meaningfully, like they've been shoved into the corner, but there are signs of battle in the room. Damaged furniture. There's like a broken arrow or 2, like against one wall, lying on the floor. It's clear there was a fight here. The room itself, I think, has painted on the wall in purple the symbol of the Xanathar Guild, a circle with the lines off of it. Yeah. And then some
corpses.
Dead bugbears.
Not those creatures again.
These ones look like they have already been dealt with.
Yeah. But yeah.
I look at the corpses. I like run up towards the corpses, like basically with my hand out and like ready to animate one of them. And then I look back to myself and also the party. Perhaps I should wait. I wish I had more magic. Do you think there's a way to take magic from other people? I look at Rin.
No.
Why are you asking me?
Because you're the only other one of us that uses magic.
Well, I can't give you my magic. That's not how magic works.
I was just wondering if you or your master knew anything about.
First of all, let's talk about the specifics, the difference between my magic and your magic. The largest part of that difference being that yours comes from some being that has given you, I don't know why because Mistra help me that it would give you that kind of power. But here we are, gives you that power. Whereas I have studied and learned and play this instrument perfectly to do the things that I do. They are very different and I cannot give you any.
Yes, well, I have faith, Rin.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Religious people.
How many spells did you say you had left at the moment? Because I have quite a few. We'll see how your faith holds up.
Enough to kill you, certainly. Not that I would.
I vicious mockery her. I vicious mockery her right now.
All right, do it. Make your wisdom save, Makaria.
Okay.
Yes! The chance to kill Macario. It's time
You fail. All right. So, Makaria, it hurts. It hurts you for 5 psychic damage, like deep down
Your
inside.
faith is nothing, and it is in nothing. It is in a god that is gone forever.
You're hurting my feelings.
You have disadvantage in your next attack roll. Also, your feelings are hurt.
My feelings are so hurt.
Take inspiration.
Like actually hurt though.
Yeah.
No one's ever hurt my feelings like that.
Sometimes it takes magic to get through to a person.
Yeah, just really.
You're a piece of shit, and I use a spell to make you listen to
reinforce that.
My psychic landscape. Fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, it hurts real bad down in your ego.
And then I stopped. There's no further like.
Yeah, you made your point, and you made it.
I mean, like that's actually like honestly like.
And you made it in the way that Rin makes points, right? You turn that scathing wit on Makaria. Yeah, right. I like it.
I do need more hit points.
Ow, I'm hurt. I'm gonna lay down with these corpses. I mean, you're all pretty mangled.
How weak we all are right
You're all
now.
pretty fucked up. You can take a short rest. You're still 16 hours out from a long rest.
Yeah.
I go next to this bugbear and I start like poking it.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
It is 14.
Okay.
Insulates Devourer and the pile jumps out.
It's a dead bugbear.
Can I tell? Oh, can I make I'm basically I'm like squatting on the ground and I'm turning my back to Rin and the rest of them.
Shut up, my friends are dead.
Can I make a medicine check to see how like this thing died?
Yeah, sure.
26.
Died fighting. There is a broken Morningstar haft in one's hand. One of them is in there, clutched in its hand. They all look like they were either stabbed or bludgeoned to death.
Okay.
Yeah. They were killed and then mushed into the corner.
I start like talking to one under my breath.
Okay. It's dead. It can't hear you.
That's fine. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Jewel, Rin, 8. What are you doing?
I'm waiting to see if Makaria raises any zombies, but I'm guessing the answer is
no. She is casting summoning a pout smell, so she's going to be doing that for a while. It's a ritual.
Yeah, takes at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
We've
for
got a
real.
long corridor, huh?
Yes, yeah. Extending north out of here, a long corridor.
rolls her eyes and is like, divas. And just goes to the, it's like, charisma-based casters. And clerics. And he's
Everyone.
like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
mean, the really
these
funny part about
assholes.
this I mentioned in chat is that Rin didn't really have to study that hard to get her magic either.
no, it's all personality
It's
based.
charisma based. Yeah. She just likes to pretend that she's a wizard.
No, it's great. Yep. So this hallway extends as far as anyone's dark vision can see, and then at the end of the hall, it takes a turn to the east.
Do we want to keep going this way, or do we want to go back out and then through the hallway down there? Not that it really makes much of a difference, but
This seems fine.
all right. Ahead then, I suppose.
Oh, if they're continuing ahead, once they get around the corner, I'm gonna pop a potion of healing.
Okay.
I don't want them to see me. It's 2d4 plus 4.
2.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
It's like a reverse magic missile.
A reverse magic.
I mean, it is, right? For every
Oh my fucking Christ!
All right,
2 1.
Makaria, the healing potion, it can restore your body, but it can't make you feel any better about yourself.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Wow, wasted.
Pair of ones. Well, you know,
Wasted.
sometimes you buy them, sometimes you buy a dud. That's how it goes.
And this one was given to me for a deal.
Let me put it in terms Makaria can understand. Sometimes, you know, you go out to get wasted and you drink 18 beers and you're like, I'm still not drunk. This potion is the equivalent of that. You're just like, I don't feel any better.
Speaking of drinking 18 beers, I have a flask.
Great.
While I'm rummaging in
proud
my
of you.
bag for the healing potion, I remember that I bought a flask and I open it and start drinking.
Okay.
Oh, this is the Bud Light of healing.
Yeah, exactly. It tastes faintly of lime. So when you get up, as you turn to leave, Makaria, you notice one of the bugbearers is clutching a piece of parchment on his hand. It's all stained with blood now, but you notice it.
I have the flask in one hand, and with the other hand, I reach for the bloodstained parchment.
And then it starts to speak.
Yeah. No, you pull it out of the... So written on it in common, in a childlike scrawl, like someone who's obviously not comfortable writing in common, it says, as many as there are stars in the sky.
As many.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat for you. There you go.
Okay.
As many as there are stars in the sky. It's written in like Toys R Us style, like
Really?
backwards.
Weird.
Yeah.
I like look at the front and back of it, and I'm just like, why would a bugbear have? And there's
Sky is spelled S-K-I-E and then scribbled out and then rewritten as Sky S-K-Y.
Whatever. I like jam it in a pocket, a random pocket.
Okay.
And then I will continue after my
All right, Jewel.
friends.
Up here, the hallway continues to squiggle around. So it goes east another 50 or 60 feet and then turns to the south.
keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggly.
Okay. I mean, you get to that corner, the hallway goes south, and it goes south for 50 feet, and then branches off to the east from there. So you're pretty much like going all the way around.
She'll wait for 8 and then goes down to the branch, and then I think figures out that it looped, like this was the hallway that they'd seen before.
It might well be. We could double check just so that the map looks nicer.
My dark vision's long enough. I can't. It's already connected.
Yeah, so you press on ahead and you can see that, yeah, it definitely connects. Now there's this big kind of long arc around, and then there's a hallway that looks like it's parallel to the one you're in, heading north-south.
I know we say this quite often.
Yeah.
But like, this was made by a mad mage. Like, what is the whole point of all of that? Just...
Indeed.
I think she sees like this dead end here, and like some part of her is like, maybe there's something there. Maybe it's not just a dead end. So she's like cautiously goes up to it, remembering that one time Rin fell through a pit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dave, you think this map is convoluted? One day I'll show you the map for Expedition to the Barrier Peaks.
Okay.
It is a triumph of nightmarish design. Okay, make an investigation check, Jewel, because you're checking out like this corner for like trap floors and trap walls and stuff? Okay. Nope. You don't see anything hidden or unusual here.
I'm sure it's just a random dead end. That
Yeah,
has
prodding the floor, prodding the wall, like none of that. There's no effect. Nothing unusual there. Jewel, you hear as you get to the this hallway, you hear the haunting and beautiful sound of a harpsichord coming from the south.
I hear music.
Yeah, somber music. This is the fucking. If I had the clip, I would play it, but then we'd get copyright violated. You ever heard toccata and fugue? That like,
Yeah.
it's that.
This is the like.
And so it's like wafting up
Yes.
from the south hallway.
Shall we go with caution?
Welcome to Dungeonvania.
I was gonna say like we had Dracula.
Yeah, good.
I think
Cool. A blonde guy jumps out and whips you.
Jules. I'm gonna stealth. She's gonna actually like sneak up to the corner and peek her head around.
Mm-hmm.
In case there's a person there.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So you want to start heading down that way? All right. So you got a 21. All right. Yeah. So the hallway is you're stealthing up the hall. Here, let me put the little ninja.
Does music
mask.
get louder?
Yes. Yeah. You're definitely getting closer to the source of the music.
And then she's like peeking around the corner.
Okay. Yeah. The hallway goes east, and it gets louder. Not the hallway. The
She's
music.
kind of assuming that they're gonna follow her, but just farther behind.
I am doing so. The music is tantalizing.
Yeah.
I love music. No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's getting louder. It's louder and louder the further you go. All right. So you come around the corner, you can see you're entering into a room, and the room is echoing with the sound of this phantom harpsichord. All right. So, Jewel, let me describe this room to you.
Mm-hmm.
So the hallway leading to this chamber gets louder and louder, and you hear more and more of the harpsichord music until you step out into this room. And in it, you see in the middle of the room a harpsichord made entirely of bones. The keys of the harpsichord are the finger bones of humans, dwarves, ogres, and halflings, right? All various sizes. Some of them have been scorched black. The harpsichord is playing itself.
Oh shit! It's like that Mario room where the harpsichord, where the piano comes alive and eats you.
So it's playing this beautiful music. And as you enter the room, you can see on the north wall, right here, there is there are musical notes. There's musical notation etched into the wall. A single measure of music notes. They are ancient and faded.
Oh my god. A puzzle we need a bard for.
Makaria, you see a sweet bone organ. It's a harpsichord, technically.
That's
Which
the
is like-
biggest organ I've ever seen.
A harpsichord is like a piano, right? Kind
Did
of.
you say that there's musical notations
On the
written
wall,
somewhere?
Yeah, I think at that point, Jules just gonna like tap Rin on the shoulder and just be like,
I'll take a look. And she pulls out her like violin.
Man, harpsichords are cool.
She pulls out her violin and like looks at this notation.
Interesting. Cool. I now know how a harpsichord works. Okay. Yeah, it's like 16 bars of music. It's very faded. Some of the notes are
Can I make a roll
unreadable.
to discern it?
I don't think you need to make I don't think there's a roll necessarily. You can see the notes. Some of them though you're not sure. You're like, is this a C or C sharp?
Could I performance check and copy what is on the wall, play it on my violin,
Yeah, sure.
just to see if it does anything?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna use my inspiration that I just got because that's what I do. I burn it immediately. as soon
Yeah,
as I-
do it.
25.
Nice, 25. All right. So as soon as a note comes from your violin, the harpsichord falls silent. and you play the notes, and you guess some of the,
Well, it's like it makes sense that it would be
right.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is either like you pick the notes that you think, because you're a musician, you pick the notes that you think should work based on what you assume the scale to be and stuff. Or it could be like a weird experimental like minor chord thing where they're like choosing. So, but you've got a pretty good handle on how to play it on the violin. You come to the end of the bars.
He just finds herself in a white room with a sword in a pedestal.
The room
Master sword.
The room falls silent at the end of your performance.
And the harpsichord has stopped playing.
It has stopped playing, yes.
Can I examine the harpsichord without touching it?
You may, yeah, do it.
What would that be?
I am unfortunately
investigation
not versed in playing piano-like instruments.
Investigation?
Yes.
Sure. Let's see. Oh, a 6.
It's pretty badass. It's a harpsichord made out of
It's really
bones.
cool. It's made out of bones.
Yeah, the strings. So a harpsichord is technically like a stringed instrument. Like like a piano, you hit a key and the little thing goes bong and it hits the strings, and so like it's like that. But a harpsichord like plinks the strings with like a little little, in this case, a little bone, and the strings are made out of like sinews. This thing's a macabre instrument.
Oh man, I'm like trying to figure out how many people died to make this thing.
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Sick.
Sick.
Somebody in the back shouts, "Play Slayer!"
What I'm wondering is if I could play it on this harpsichord, but it was playing itself.
You could make a performance check, like if you set there's a seat and there's keys, and you could make the check. You're not proficient in this, but you can make a performance check. Try to do it.
Okay. Well, that's my field, I guess. I like gingerly step up to this thing and sit in front of it.
All right, so you sit down, and actually, as you step up to it, of course, the seat slides back for you. Makaria, it occurs to you that this would be a totally boss thing to have in the tap room of your tavern.
Oh yeah.
It's not nailed to the floor or anything.
I'm definitely looking to see if it looks like something that I could like put in the bag of holding.
How much does a harpsichord weigh?
I depends on how big the harpsichord is.
Let's see. How much does a harpsichord?
How much does a harpsichord weigh?
It's like the third choice. How much does a harpsichord cost? An average harpsichord weighs about 125 kilograms.
Oh, it could totally fit.
Yeah, it's too big though. You can't the neck of it's
a bag over it.
You have to like take it apart.
So this is one of those situations, and I'm just gonna call this out because if I were roleplay wise in a situation where I could right now ask Makaria for guidance, I would, but I'm never going to do that. I told her that she worships nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't give it to you anyway.
I'm not gonna. I can't do it.
You just hurt me. I'm not giving you guidance.
Let's see here. Here we go, friends. I'm gonna roll the dice.
You got this.
Performance check. 23.
Nice. Ooh. Yeah, no problem. So you
aced it.
You crack your knuckles, get ready to play. You're not a harpsichordist or a pianist or anything like that, but you know how to play music. You're like, okay. And you play the eerie tune. And at the end of it, when you play that last note, ba-bum, there is an echo. And in front of you, above the keys, there's a human skull. And its head, the top part of it, opens up. And inside, there is a hidden compartment. And you can see inside the compartment, there is a scroll. Just a short scroll rolled up.
So I reach in carefully.
Haha, bites your face off. No, you're fine.
Well, I mean,
yeah. So you reach in, you take it out. And when you take the scroll out, the top part, and shuts again. There's a click.
It's open the scroll and see what it is.
I don't know. It's a spell scroll of some kind.
Can I Arcana?
Scroll's okay.
Yeah, make an Arcana check. I think that's how that works.
Just says thanks for playing a sweet harpsichord.
Yeah, it's actually it's actually the credits of the game. They just start rolling, like,
It's
written
the
by.
the
You
secret credits,
found the
yeah.
Easter egg credits. Yeah. It is a cleric scroll, a spell scroll of Raise Dead. And Makaria, looking over Rin's shoulders, you can see that this scroll of Raise Dead. Make a religion check.
Religion is after P. 11.
Okay, you're pretty sure that this is an old enough scroll, scrolled in the correct way. That a Merkelite wrote this scroll. They crafted this in times of old.
You see Makaria, like, she basically, like, does the action of, like, I'm just gonna grab it, and then she, like, holds herself back, and she says, Rin, might I take a look at that, please?
And Rin has this, like, seeing you're swallowing the vitriol of the word, like, behind the word please, and it is so very satisfying. So she like
shove it in your own mouth.
She like reads it, you know, she like holds it in her hands for a little longer than necessary, and like reads it over herself a little bit. By the way, bards can also cast Raise Dead.
It's true. Yeah.
And
she's like practically rocking.
Scrolls it back up slowly, and hands it to Makaria.
Okay.
Like
she like grabs it like something.
Okay.
She's just like.
Okay, so yeah, Makaria, at a closer glance, it looks like it was a scroll that was created by, the faithful of Merkel, though during a period of change after Merkel was supposedly, they say, and you think it's probably a conspiracy, killed by Cyric, Prince of Lies. I mean, he lies, so.
And he's a Prince of Lies.
Yeah, so the people that made this scroll probably worshipped Cyric in the form of Cyric, which was the sort of Merkel reborn. You can tell by the purple ink and by some of the like flourishes on it. So
she's making like weird like noises that are like halfway between like laughing and crying while she holds this thing. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's very excited.
So I'll just put like a scroll of Raise Dead.
Yes, it is a spell scroll of Raise Dead.
That was a very nice song. Well done.
She like pushes back the stool or whatever and stands up and gives 8 like the concert performer bow. And then he goes, thank you. Well, I think that's everything here.
Certainly seems like it. We should rest before we head down the chute.
Yes.
That's our only option now.
Yes, we should.
I mean, you could go back through the Goblin Market.
The Goblin Market.
Yeah.
We should at least take a break.
I don't.
Yeah, you want to take
ruin their time.
Take a short rest here.
Yeah,
with this bone organ.
Bone organ.
Organ.
Okay. Yeah, you want to take a short rest? So,
Yes.
I'll tell you this: while you're taking a short rest, anytime anyone is further than 10 feet away from the organ, it starts playing again. But as soon as you get within 10 feet of it, it goes quiet.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll sleep under the organ.
It just plays
She
sad
can't
music. Okay, yeah. Let's curl up.
Sleeps under the organ, just curls up
So here,
underneath the bone.
I'll make a note that this is the organ room. Spend your hit dice if you'd like, and I'll give you experience.
1d6 extra as well. Remember,
Yep.
because Song of Rest.
Oh my god, do you play your Song of Rest on the bone organ?
I totally do. It's like I've done the thing on the wall, and now I'm just messing around.
Okay, cool.
All right. Oh.
All right, let me gather up XP for you because I owe you a bunch of experience points.
Level 6. Level
So
6.
Rin, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
You get 250 experience for deciphering the riddle of the bone organ.
Cool beans.
So you get 250 for that.
The riddle?
I mean, yeah, being able to like overcoming the challenge of the bone organ. Because do you want to know? So you've defeated the puzzle. Do you want to know what happens if you fuck it up?
You get totally bit. By
It's pretty good. So Do you want to know, or do you want me to keep it
Yeah,
secret?
no, tell me.
You want to know? Okay.
Do it.
So
Not coming back here.
normally the bone harpsichord, anyone who's proficient with any musical instrument can correctly play it without a check, but that's boring. So I said, if you gotta make a performance check.
Yeah.
It's DC 20, but you did fine. You did great. Succeeding obviously gives you your treasure. If you fail, you have to make a DC 15 Constitution save. If you fail that save, you take 4d10 necrotic damage, and the flesh of your hands is eaten away, leaving bleached white but functional skeleton hands.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, so I was good either way, but that's, yeah, you get skeleton hands.
I mean, I would have died from the 4d10. I like
my
7.
bonesy hands. So yeah, that's a thing that could happen.
If this character dies, can I come back down here and just rob my whole body over it?
Yeah, I play it with my face. So okay. So let me see. So you take an hour.
Skeleton hands.
You take an hour and you get your experience. You got your 250, Rin, for that one. Okay. So you did 6 ghouls. And those are worth. Okay. And then
Just makes me think of the Skeleton Man song.
Trenzia.
I'm gonna grab some hot water real quick.
Okay. Trenzia is worth. Trenzia sounds like the name of like a European like automobile, like the Nissan Trenzia. It'll get you where you want to go. It's an electric car. That's what it is. The Trenzia. So that she's worth 11. Okay. And then the Flesh Prince of Bel-Air. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. He's worth 18. Yeah, okay. And then you
I missed
killed,
a funny.
Yeah, and then you killed 3 guests.
Yep.
In Flesh, Philadelphia. Born and made. All right, so these guys are worth 4, 8, 12, okay, 13, 50. All right, now let me get my calculator. This is quite a bit of experience, actually. I think we'll probably need to level you all up.
We need like 5,000 more experience for that.
Do you?
So,
Yeah, okay. I thought you were closer than that.
No,
All right.
9,000 out of 14,000.
Right, because what's his name was fucking sucking your experience. Okay, 1,362.
Each, correct?
1,362.
Remember to do it yourself because we have different amounts.
Yeah. All right, and I will make a note. This has been paid out. Okay. Great.
Getting over 10k feels good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Only
you rest.
3,300 more to go, or 3,500 more to go.
All right, in 15 hours, you can take a long rest.
Cool beans.
Rough.
Wasn't it 16 hours to start the day?
We talked about this. It was 24 hours. And
No, we
started
talked
at
about it and I'm
We
right.
started it at the end of the 24. You can't bookend it with 8. You get your benefits at the end of the 8 hours of the rest. So 8
But
of
we
those.
can start the rest.
Yes, you
with
can start
8
your
hours
rest.
to go.
I don't care about when you start your rest. I'm tracking when you get the benefits of a long rest again.
Okay.
So actually, we have
8 hours.
15 hours. Then yeah, it was seven more hours, and we could rest and then get the benefits.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Just checking.
Okay. All right. So, where to now, my dungeon friends?
So our options
Gibber.
then are either to
Goblin Market or the shoot.
Or you can go back and fight Calabash again. You could respawn Calabash.
No.
an asshole and I hate him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I gotta make a note. He's got his spells back. Let me see.
Cool.
I think that we could take on an entire market full of goblins, and if they're at market, even though their definition of what is valuable is likely very different from ours, we're still probably able to find something of value, if not.
But they seemed so
Corpses.
happy. I don't want to stop that.
Anything allowed to live in this dungeon of Pilasters is likely either mad or vile in some way or shape or form.
So is that why you're still alive then?
I say you all take a long look at each other.
Harsh.
Everything down here is either crazy, murderous, or stupid.
I could kill so many goblins.
Well, let's do that then. Sounds like we're in.
That's what everyone wants to do. We can murder the goblins.
Everybody, cue up the scene from Holy Grail where Lancelot goes ham at the wedding.
Yeah.
8 is about to go deeply into their idiom. Yeah. So.
Come on.
Let's get over there.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna head back around to the pump room.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So you head back to the pump room.
Perhaps grab all the.
Yeah. If everybody wants to stop moving, I can just move you myself.
Oh, I'm just going there.
Stop moving. Just cut it out.
I'm almost there.
Oh my God. All right, fine. Go. Tell me when you're done. All right, you're in the pump room. Don't move. The thing is, I can move all of you to the other side of the wall. So.
I was having fun pressing the arrow keys.
Stop moving. Stop.
I have stopped moving a while ago.
I know. I'm just stop moving.
There's a delay.
There you go. Okay. All right. So in just a second, everybody should be back in that room. All right. So from here, as you return to the pump room, yeah, you can hear the raucous sounds of goblin enterprise as the goblins are all shouting and talking and debating and arguing about price of various things. Yeah, from where you are, Makaria, from where you're standing, you can see into this room. Let me just grab my description of the area because you're in a different area now.
I think it was full of garbage, right?
Yeah, I believe you were walking by the trash room. Oh shit, I have a handout for ghasts. Oh, they're so cool looking. Look at the ghast.
Ooh, it's so ghastly. It's the coolest undead thing ever.
He's pretty cool. See what I mean about the Todd McFarlane?
I like
face
their
there?
long tongues.
Yeah.
Very Spawn.
Yeah,
It's for
right.
getting the
Venom.
bone marrow.
When they come back to life, they just lose their necks.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they become necklace beasts.
You just shove the skull right back onto the torso.
All right. So you continue that way, and yeah, you walk by the detritus room, covered in the chipped away. The walls are covered in the chipped away dwarven faces. There continues to be a repetitive banging sound coming from the northern area, and then Jewel, as you know, there's another entrance into the market proper.
The goblins are this way.
Yes, they are.
Yes, I can hear that.
I don't know what the banging sound is. I don't think I went that far.
No.
But just up here and to the side, that's where the goblins are. And there's stuff.
All right, 8.
I mean, that's what I'm going to do. If you want to come up with a plan with all your magics and stuff.
Oh no, I'm 100% on board with murdering all of them.
You just want to run in and attack all the goblins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like.
So we maybe
put the
assess
hand
whether
on
or
it.
not they are going to attack us before we do that.
There are a lot of them. We might want to consider not standing in the middle of the room to murder them.
There's a nice little alley right here that we could lure them through. Only 2 of them could approach us at a time.
Why is that the first?
Based on my
Plan.
tactical simulations, only 8 goblins can surround me
We
and
could also just try walking through and
kill so many goblins.
can you speak goblin?
No, none of us can speak Goblin. We've seen it written. Can't read it either.
Oh.
Why would we want to learn Goblin?
Well, not just I mean, they might ignore us. I don't know.
Maybe they
Which will make it even easier to kill them.
Yeah, they're maybe they speak Infernal or
They're hill goblins. Actually,
Why are we arguing?
a lot of goblins do speak common. Yeah.
What's wrong with murdering them?
nothing really.
Well, then let's just do that.
Why does it feel that they will attack us plainly, and then I will feel no guilt.
You feel guilt about murdering someone just because they didn't attack you first.
Fine. Jewel goes up to the entrance and then she's gonna like walk past 8 to the front section and just be like, hey,
Okay, so
We're here.
where are you when you say that?
probably like right here. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
All right.
like
So
where she was.
like sort of stride out into the market, and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a I was gonna say make
We all want to kill these things.
make it like a constitution. I want to see if you're loud enough for them to notice you shouting, because there's a ton of noise in
Yeah,
here.
no, there's a lot.
They're all just like shouting and pounding on tables and like
We could
yelling
do
at each other.
performance.
And...
That'd be projecting.
Yeah, sure. Let's do performance. Make a conspicuous test. Ob 3.
The opposite of what she's getting. Yeah, same.
No one notices you. They're all just like so immersed in their own goblin business, right? They're just like, sell, buy, and like
I
shouting
can't
at
see
each
any
other.
goblins. Should I be able to see goblins?
A little farther in.
Yeah, there's pillars in the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a huge hall. God knows what it was used for before, but now the goblins have set up like crude tents. It's like a flea market, like a big smelly flea market, but with like less Nazi paraphernalia.
Okay, well, when I get to here,
Well, no. So when you step in, when you actually like you step into the room, one of this goblin nearby, he's got on his desk a series of he's got cutlery, like bent forks and spoons, and he turns and he looks at you and he squints. And he says, wait, are you merchandise or are you customer? In common.
I wonder how much a goblin would pay for you, Jewel.
He says it in Goblin, sorry. Or common.
He says in common. Right? He speaks common.
Okay.
Trying to sell Jewel?
I think he's talking to 8.
He's talking to 8. Yeah, he's asking 8 if 8 is merchandise or a customer.
You know what? As much as 8 wants to kill these, I want to play in the goblin market, so I'm going to say customer.
And so you say customer, and you just say it at a normal volume, and even though Jewel was like shouting for attention before, the mere whisper of the word customer sends a shockwave of attention through the market. He's like, customer, and then nearby another goblin's like, customers, and they're all like, customer, and they start shouting, and you see
bag of copper coins.
You see the goblins. You see all the goblins
coppers.
grab things off of their tables. Right. We see one grab like 3 hats and jam them under his arm. We see one grab a chicken by its neck. We see another grab like a bundle of knives, and they all just start rushing over to you, like yammering about their merchandise and like shoving it in your face. So you're just like
put them into AOE radius.
Yeah, you're being swarmed by goblin merchants who all just like really want to sell you this trash that they've like scavenged. And so yeah, they just all start like rushing forward. What are you gonna do? They're not like, I mean, they're hostile in the way that like the worst, most aggressive street vendors are hostile. But yeah, they also
Well,
has anyone got like a souvenir T-shirt?
I have a bronze mask.
Yeah, totally. One of them has like a Mad Mage 1996 tour T-shirt. It's got a picture of Halaster with like a guitar, and there's like a fire and lava behind him. And on the back, it's got like Neverwinter, Waterdeep, and like all the cities of the Sword Coast.
I want to imagine there's like as they rush in, there's like a shot of the crowd coming in, and then the camera comes up in a few seconds later, and 8's got like that T-shirt on, like 2 pairs of sunglasses, a straw hat.
Yeah, totally. And they're all just trying to sell you like trash, basically. Like they're not trying to. It's not like trying to convince you that it's like a magic item or anything. It's not that. They're just like, buy this. It's good. You need another fork. How about 10 spoons? Yeah, and so 8 is just swarmed by goblins.
Rin, you see Macaria like pointing as though ready to like toll the dead on the closest one of them.
No need yet. We'll see what happens here.
What do you mean no need?
It's fine. They're just selling stuff to 8.
I look to 8 and say, the entire dungeon is licensed for murder.
Turn around.
Yeah, so they're just like gathered
Who
around
is
you and
going
you're just
to
like,
genuinely be looking at their merchandise. Like she steps up and
Sorry.
she wants to like work her way through the crowd, like examining the things. And I feel like she's actually like, oh no, I've seen better forks than this.
yeah. So when they see you, as you enter the market, they're all like, more customers, and they get all excited and just start like swarming all of you, trying to sell you shit. So Jewel, one of them is trying to sell you like a flea collar and some combs and like a litter box already been pooped in. Look, you use litter box. Yeah, they just like swarm all over you. Catnip. Someone starts rubbing a plant in your face.
Do you have any corpses?
And yeah, they like gather up. You want to ask if they have any dead people?
Yes.
And the goblin you look at, he shakes his head. Where are you? Like you have to be close enough to talk to them. The goblin you ask, he's like, no, this is a legitimate market, not a morgue.
Well, then I could easily make some.
And he squints at you and he says, no threats in the market. And he points, and there's a sign that says something in Goblin.
This is disgusting.
All right.
Was kind of in her happy place.
Yeah, there's so much trash around here. Yeah. So much miscellaneous stuff.
We'll buy things if you answer some of our questions.
Are you serious?
Shrugs. He's like, I feel happy seeing this. It's unusual.
You feel happiness.
Yes.
So at this point, you can, if you want to, purchase items from these goblin vendors. They buy and sell goods. But the goods that they sell, you can buy like armor, shields, weapons, adventuring gear, tools, trade goods, food and drink. Though, good luck with that. There is definitely like goblin food vendors. But it's all 3 times the normal price from the player's handbook. It's all just like cranked way up. And they will also buy things from you if you want, but the base amount is half the cost from the player's handbook.
Can I just sell them these like pile of iron ingots?
Yes. Yeah, you can sell them. You can sell them a bunch of iron ingots.
Hell yeah. Let's make some money.
How much did I say the ingots were worth normally?
I don't know why I didn't write it down unless I write it on my bio info.
Yeah, check and see if you have it written down. I'll take a look at it. Where did you get those ingots? You got them upstairs, right?
Yeah, they were in
They're from
behind the dwarf forge.
The Etten room.
Okay, let me Control F for ingots. It doesn't always work though.
I don't write anything down. Oh yeah, I remember because I said I'm a fighter. I didn't play a fighter to write things down.
Okay, they're worth 5 silver each. So you can sell them. You have 120 ingots. You could sell them for 2.5 silver a piece.
It's not bad. We can make quite a lot of money here.
Let me see how much. Let me get you a total. We'll just do this out in the open. So there are the proper vendors are, let's see, 22 goblins here, 16 vendors. Okay, so let's figure out their bank. So 3d6 times 16. Okay, so they have 160 gold total to spend. I'm gonna write this down. So goblin.
Well, we got 30 gold's worth of ingots.
Goblin market. Well, that's I'll just treat the market as one entity.
That's fine.
Just like Joaquin would have wanted. Okay, so 100. They have in the supply. There's 160 gold.
I wonder where he went.
They have He must have come this way because if he went down the chute, or he went down the chute and got instantly killed by whatever was down there. Let's see. Okay, 3d8 silver times 16. 240 silver. It's like a Fallout merchant. And then they have 3d10 copper. times 16. All right, 352 copper. Okay, all right.
Okay, let's sell all of these.
Yeah, all right. So 8's gonna make some trades. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him go ahead. I'm not even gonna bother. Just like do it.
Okay.
Put that money on.
Bug the goblins.
So after the initial swarming, and once it's clear that you're here to purchase, the goblins kind of go back to their various stalls, and go back out into the market. One of them, is selling what is clearly like stolen mining equipment. And yeah, if you want to sell your ingots to that goblin, you certainly can.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
And I want to like ask them about more stuff in the dungeon.
Yeah.
That's why I'm talking to them as opposed to just killing them straight up.
Totally. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do that transaction, and then we can talk about what information you gather.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
How much? What do we say the total was for the ingots?
Would have been 300 silver or 30 gold.
Okay. All right. So we'll just give it to you off the gold. So you have 130 gold left. Okay. So Mark, you have 30 gold, and you sold the ingot.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you gonna ask about while you're what's your like small talk?
Like, what are the rooms past here like? Because we just came down from the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you're talking to this one goblin, and he's got like an eye patch and some overalls, and he's like biting the ingot, puts it in the pile, and he says, "Everything you see am Goblin Market. Goblin Market owned by benevolent leader Yek, who is tall and beautiful."
Is Yek here?
He points to this entrance over there, and you see two goblins by the entrance. They're wearing pot helmets, and they have shields and spears. And he says, "Beauteous Yek, mighty, tall, and glorious Yek, beyond with the prisoner."
Oh, you managed to catch a prisoner. What kind?
Filthy, stinking, ugly dwarf. Hateful, smelly Longbeard. We fixed him good.
What did he do?
He squints. What mean you this? What did do?
Why is he prisoner?
Filthy, stinking dwarf, I tell you this already.
I'm not very good at common. I'm a robot. No, I don't say I'm a robot.
And
How much for the prisoner?
How much for your face, lady?
More expensive than you can bear, I'm afraid.
Probably this is true. A human face goes for very much. Only
I'm not
specialists collect.
human.
He squints. He looks at your ears. Even more so. Which half of you is elf? Front, back, top, bottom, inside, outside?
Jewel wants to like circle the whole market, and every time she comes across a vendor, she's just gonna be like, "Where'd you get that from? Where's that from? What about this one?" she's like that child. She just like points to everything and asks them.
You're acting like a goblin, and they're totally here for it. They're just like, they will tell you.
Goblin.
They will tell you the story of every single item on the table. Yeah.
With the hope that she gets a little bit of like an idea of the sorts of things like mining equipment. Where did that come from? Where did these weapons end up from?
Yeah. So they're scavengers, right? They pick stuff up from abandoned rooms. They steal things. A lot of them take them from dead adventurers, right? The goblin says, "Failed expeditions from above." One of the goblins tells you, Jewel, inside the market, we trade coins for things. Outside market, golden rule applies. Possession is 9/10 of the claw. You
She's
don't mess with the claw. And he makes a little snappy finger at you.
No, you don't.
From where I stand, can I see any like short bows?
Yeah, totally. You can buy a short bow.
I don't want to buy one. I want to take one.
We can't just take it.
Why not?
Because this is a market.
What are they going to do? Kill me?
Yes. So, Rin, what are you doing while this is happening?
I don't think Rin quite knows what to make of all of this.
Uh-huh.
In terms of like her environment is not usually one of like slummy goblin market type stuff. This is kind of like a weird thing for her.
Yeah.
So she sort of just, I think, stands sort of nearby to 8 and doesn't really engage too much with the goblins unless like something comes to her directly.
Okay.
Jewel gets to the top of the room and then sees this throne here.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So you see the throne. Let me describe that, and I'll describe the room. There's 2 more goblin guards. You can tell because they're standing on either side of the door. Let's see. I think it's 1D that describes the throne. Yeah, a granite throne stands against the north wall atop a rectangular stone dais. Written above it, in common and in goblin, and then maybe a couple of other languages, are the words "Yek rules." Over this door, over this archway, written again in common, are the words "Yek treasure, fuck off."
She goes up to one of the guards.
Yeah, they're just like,
what kind of treasure does Yek have?
one of the guards' nostrils flares slightly in response to your question.
Oh, and she gets like real close. Like, what's in there? Is it shiny? Is it dangerous? Is it exciting?
The goblin does not move. He trembles slightly.
She tries the other one, like, asks the same series of questions, then just finds another random goblin. She's like, hey, Yek's treasure. What is it?
Yeah, so this goblin comes over. He sees you hassling the guards, and the goblin's like, "Oh, do not bother. Those goblins, most disciplined of all goblins. You cannot make them flinch, cannot make them move. Nothing will stop them from protecting the treasure."
What is the treasure?
He squints at you. Treasure means pile of expensive things.
Like, but what's in the pile? Is it shiny? Is it jewels? Is it gold? Is it strange artifacts from another dimension?
Yes, to all of things. Is Yek's treasure. Cannot you read?
Well, it's not very specific. I just wanted to know what was in there. And we just see like Jewel's eyes just get wider and wider.
Yeah, and he just kind of scratches his like
I'm sorry,
bald
did he
head.
say yes to all things? Even
Yeah,
ancient artifacts from another dimension?
And he scratches his head and he's like, surface dwellers, understanding treasure. And he like scowls and goes back to his business.
She sort of like looks at it and she kind of goes back up to the guard. I'm guessing we're not allowed in there.
They don't respond. They just like.
And then she has an idea.
Uh-huh.
Which is to go back and talk to Rin.
Okay.
About becoming invisible.
Excellent. All right. Good. Mark inspiration for your little to-do with the goblin here. So you head back in. You can hear when you're up here, you can hear that banging sound from up there as well. Right, you can hear it louder.
Yeah, her plan is I'm planning on like clearing the hole. She wants to see this whole room.
You want to go scope it out? Okay. So if you go over there, you can see what all the banging was about. So in this room, if you go over that direction, you can see an awfully constructed, like half falling down wooden stage being built against the north wall of this chamber. Where the wood came from, gods only know. It's all nailed together with stolen and scavenged nails, and you can see that there is a bunch of goblins in this room. They're all wearing like coveralls. They have like basically janitor outfits that again they've gotten from God knows where. 3 of them are using stone hammers to pound nails through decrepit wooden planks. The other 4 are crowded around in the middle of the room looking at a scroll on which someone has drawn a crude blueprint. These 3 have name tags sewn onto their outfit that has a word in Goblin on it. It's all the same word. and they are basically arguing about how to build this thing correctly. They do not notice you watching them attempt to assemble this stage.
She like pops up behind one of them like, what you doing?
So he jumps in surprise, like, ah, shit! And he turns around. He looks at you. He's like, no, area off limit to customers. Staff only. Staff only.
Are you building a stage? Is it for a performance? I know a performer.
Make a charisma save.
A charisma save?
Yeah.
Are you just about to volunteer me up for this shit?
Yo.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
So the one you stepped up behind is one of the workers. He's got his like hammer in his hand, and he shakes his head. He's like, "You have to speak to my supervisor." And when he says supervisor, all 4 of the other ones with name tags look up and they're like, "Supervisor?" And they all come over to you, and just like surround you. One of them has a clipboard with a drawing of a poop on it. And they all come and they like stand around you and they're like, yes, I am supervisor. Also, this is supervisor. He is supervisor. She is supervisor. You have questions about the project?
I was just wondering, is this for a performance?
And one of them says, yes, the greatest performance, the performance of commerce. Soon, stage will be built for glorious auction hall. Then, things of high value can be sold, not mere market trash. Expensive things, magical things, yek-worthy things.
Do you have some of those things already to sell?
Yek has many treasures. Now only
what
we
I
will
heard.
find buyers for said treasure.
Well, I would recommend killing fewer people in the dungeon if you want people to buy treasure.
And they kind of like look at each other like, but to kill is how to get treasure.
It's a difficult balance. I find stealing is effective. Taking things before people are dead.
But then they come looking for these things.
Then you can kill them.
Fools come down the stairs.
If you're smart, you sell it back to them.
We kill them. We take their things. And
But
then
then
throw
who
their
you
body in the trash. Then we have things. And we sell them.
To who?
Where is the trash?
You've just like stepped around the corner.
Yeah, I'm just like, I hear throw bodies and I'm just like,
So they
what?
again, they start and they're like, do we look like sanitation to you? No, I am a supervisor. And then others like, I also am a supervisor. Yes, I too am supervisor. And they're like supervising this project. And then you hear a goblin yelp and they turn and one of the goblins has hit themselves in the hand with a hammer. And the goblin's like, ah! And then the 4 supervisors run over and they're like, not enough supervision. And they go to like tend to this goblin.
If Jules sees the one with the plans, she wants to try and offer them advice based on the fact that she has been around performers that have assembled stages in the past.
Yeah, you want to take a look at it?
Not useful advice, but
Yeah.
she's gonna try.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's like a child's crayon drawing of a blueprint of a stage. You can tell. But I will say this, the construction mimics the blueprint like 1-to-1. It's just that the blueprint sucks real bad. They're doing a great job.
Points to a part of it and is like, you want to improve your sight lines from here so that the performer is more centered on the stage.
So the goblin that you were talking to kind of turns back around and is like, planning stage is complete. Was phase 1. Cannot return to phase 1. Is phase 2. No going backwards. No additional supervision required. We have supervision that we need. And he turns around and one of the goblins is like telling the hurt goblin, like, put your hand in your mouth. No, your whole hand. That'll make you feel better. Then it's like, stand on your head. And they're telling this goblin how to like not have a hurt hand. And this one goblin is like, besides, this area is off limits to customers.
She points down this open area, like,
yeah. So from here, you can see hanging from the ceiling metal chains. They're just like hanging down from above in that
area
room.
too, off limits.
And he says, "Oh, you do not want to go into that area, customer. Go back to the market. Find yourself a rat bun to eat. Very delicious."
Rat bun, hell yeah.
Seeing that, Jewel is gonna be like, okay. She backs up and then she's gonna go around the other side to this door that she's pretty sure is there.
Okay. I mean, there are goblins back here. So if you try to go that way, you'll get the like, whoa, off limits.
Okay.
But you could try. So you come around and one of the merchants is like, whoa, no customer back here. Off limits area.
Why? What's back there?
He squints and he says, my memory, not what it used to be. Perhaps you could jog it for me with gold.
I don't have gold, but I have this piece of copper. I also have this brooch.
Okay, yeah, you take it out.
The trash brooch.
Okay.
I have 2 of them.
All right, make a persuade check.
Let's try. Where's persuade? Persuasion, it's right there. I have some charisma. 21.
Holy hell. All right, let me just see here. I'm gonna pick let's see, list of goblinoid deities. So he looks at it and we
I also
see
have a bag of purple teeth.
we see his big yellow eyes like widen, and he says,
She's like, you know what? Actually, even better. I have this purple tooth.
you take out the like a single purple tooth.
Yeah.
And he looks at it and he says, he's staring at your face, and she's like, gestures for you to come down. Come closer.
She leans in hesitantly.
Okay, he grabs your face with both filthy hands, and he like sticks his thumbs under your lip and like peels your lip back. And he's like looking at your teeth, and he's like, "That's not your tooth."
No, why would I give you mine? All right, fine. You can have the brooch.
And
I just want to know w's in there.
And he takes the brooch from you and he looks at it.
She won't give it until he tells her what's in there.
Oh, he tries to get it. And you're like, no. And he looks and he's like, shrewd business thing, whatever you are.
That's smart.
He says, back there, the prison for bad goblins, those who displease Yek, mighty Yek, glorious Yek, so very tall, so tall. Let me touch upon your shins.
Is Yek a goblin?
Answer to your question is complicated. Best answered by Yek himself.
How would we speak to Yek? She's like handing him the brooch now.
Yeah, and he takes it and he says,
now we only have one of these ugly face brooches.
yeah. And he gestures and he says, the door to Yek's chamber is beyond. You must simply prostrate yourself and beg for an audience. Or wait, Yek sometimes comes out and sits on mighty Yek throne.
Thank you. And she hands a copper as well.
Cool. He takes
and then she's like, maybe put like 2 doors on your prison.
So
That's an odd choice.
He takes the brooch and he licks it and like rubs it on his shirt and he puts it on the table. And there's a goblin nearby who's kind of just like looking at his stuff. He puts it on the table and he points at it and he says, 40 gold. I got it from a strange creature with fur on its face. No purple teeth in it whatsoever. I will give it to you for 35. And the other goblin like leans in, and this goblin is wearing like a powdered wig and like a woman's dress. And it leans in and he looks at it and he's like, I don't know. Does it go with my hair? And the goblin's like, oh yes, very flattering. Ugly human will make you look attractive by comparison. So meanwhile, while all this is going on, Rin, what are you doing?
I think like she's still kind of just like making sure that 8 doesn't get carted off as like some thing to be.
You can definitely see some of the goblins like trying to figure out how to disassemble 8, but they can't. They're like, where are the rivets? How do I? If we could take his leg and then the cape would be gone and take their sword.
Dissuasive of such attempts.
Yeah. Okay. So you're keeping an eye on it. They don't seem serious. There seems to be some kind of prohibition in place against like the typical goblin bullshit that would prevent a place like this from existing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like
something is keeping them from, yeah.
I wonder if they're under some kind of spell I'm used to 8. Or do you just think they're really that disciplined? Seems a little odd.
One of the goblins overhears you, and he says, under a spell? You will be under a spell when you eat one of my rat buns. And he holds out a kind of crusty, like round pastry of some kind, and there's definitely like a tail hanging out of the end of it. And he holds it up and he says,
How much are rat buns?
He says, only 1 piece of silver for a rat bun, unless you would pay more, in which case it's more than that. How hungry are you, my friend?
Rin looks at it for a moment, and you can see in her eyes there's this like, ooh, wait, no.
Right. Yeah, totally.
I would like to say that during this time, after I asked about the corpses for the second time, I go back into the hallway, sit down, and I'm going to spend 10 minutes doing augury to ask Merkel if I should kill all of these goblins.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're as usual, you're around the corner and you're like in your sad corner by yourself, just like sitting there like, I'll go play my Game Boy and talk to Merkel. I'm on my phone talking to Merkel.
I think Rin waits until 8 is not looking and then pays a silver for a rat bun and eats it in like a second.
Suck up the tail. Nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's literally just a dead rat that has been baked into a pastry.
Cool.
But you don't even care. Like, if you had the time with this rat, you would have pecked its eyeballs out and then like eaten the good inside stuff. But it's not a big deal. Yeah,
it is like a guilty pleasure look on her face where she's oh God, I hope no one saw me do that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that anyone did.
No.
So Makaria, you you want to cast augury. I feel like if there's anybody in the party that doesn't have inspiration already, just please take it. This whole thing is just, you're doing great. So what do you ask?
It's a ritual. I'm asking if I should kill all of these goblins.
Okay, so no, it's if I kill all the goblins in the next 30 minutes, will it be good, bad, or both, or nothing?
Yeah.
It would be bad. Merkel thinks it would be a bad idea to kill all the goblins.
I'm disappointed in my god.
Wow.
I do I do it and then I do it again to make sure.
Wow, please ask again later. All right, let me roll in secret. Okay, same result. The bones come back. Fucking don't do it.
Fine.
Okay. I'm disappointed in my god. God didn't want me to do the thing I wanted to do, so he's a shitty god. Well, you know what they say? When God gives you lemons, you find a new god. So, okay. All right. So you spend some time in the market gathering information. 8, the goblins only really know about this hallway. They know that there are wizards. One of the goblins tells you, like, this whole level is just lousy with wizards. They also tell you the Xanathar Guild has been trying to, like, push them out, but there's too many goblins, and Yek is too tall, and has sent them packing for level 1. And on level 1, that's where you go if you're a loser. Losers live on level 1. Losers.
We killed all of those ones.
Yeah, all right. So when you say that, you're like, oh, we killed all the losers on the one. He says, excellent work. I will give you a 4% discount. I call that the winner discount because you're a winner, big guy. I can tell. Because of what you told me you did. And I believe you. You're an honest winner.
4%.
Yeah, 4% discount for honest winners. Yeah, they basically just like talk about how great Yek is. And they talk about how proud they are to have and I think that as you get there, the big news right now is this stinky dwarf. The stinky idiot dwarf and his dumb stinky idiot dwarf friends. This dwarf came down and they captured him. The dwarf had some other friends, but they got away. And the goblins don't know where they are.
As a question, I know I'm not listening to this, but do we remember what Haleth said his party composition was?
He never did. I believe he gave you their names.
He gave us names.
A stupid dwarf sounds like they could have been with them. Yeah.
He was also conflicted before about what direction they were in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while you're kind of in the market gathering information, all of your attention gets drawn at once by the sound, and I wish I had something that I could play it with. The sound of like a rusty, like a trumpet, like
a terrible.
And you look, and the two goblins, the guards, have raised battered trumpets, their little green lips, and are just like, and then there's a voice from inside that says, "Make way for Yek the Tall." And everybody's like, "Ooh, Yek, hooray, praise him." And they all kind of like get to the side to like make way for Yek. And so the market kind of like a hush falls over the market. Lots of goblin like nattering becomes like quiet whispers. Rin, you are standing out in the middle of the market. Do you want to move to one side?
Maybe I will move slightly this way.
Okay. So we focus, the shot focuses on the door, and we can hear footsteps. And they get louder and louder. And then Yek emerges from the hall and emerges from his room and out into the hall. So you see before you an incredibly handsome, tall human man. He is wearing, let's see, what has he got on? I think he has armor on. Yeah, he's wearing a chain shirt. He has on his belt a scimitar. His shirt only comes down to his ribs, and his pants only go slightly below the knee. So you can see the smooth white expanse of his well-muscled belly. So you can see his abs. You can see his fine shins, and his shins have like handprints all over them, and the bottom of his pants are filthy. Yeah, he's wearing a crop top and capri pants. He's barefoot. He has long, just beautiful golden hair, and his face has like muck all over it, just food crusted on his lips and in his teeth. But he's beautiful. He's just very poorly kept. And he strides out into the hall, and the goblins all kind of like rush over, like, "Yek, Yek, Yek, Yek," and like start touching him. What? And he beatifically just like pats some of them on the head, like, "Yes, yes." They're all like, "Hooray, Yek! Yek has blessed us." And so they gather around him to start touching on him. He'll notice you in a moment. But yeah. What do you think?
What?
You just stand transfixed?
I guess I just watched this freaking goblin.
So Rin, you're watching, and behind you, that goblin with the powdered wig and the dress says, "Oh, I could watch him all day." And he turns, and like a shampoo commercial.
He's gonna hide.
Like a shampoo commercial, he turns and flicks his hair back, and it like waves back from his forehead. And you can see on his brow, he has this beautiful golden circlet with like a gemstone in the middle. And he smiles, and his teeth are all like gross and like encrusted, but the rest of it is beautiful. Jewel, you can make a roll.
Yeah, she like ducks down behind a pillar, and she's just gonna try and hide. 21.
Okay. All right. He got 21. All right. Let's see. He's got a -1 to spot you. Okay. He definitely doesn't see you. He does, however, see Rin and 8. So he's like, he hasn't spoken yet. He gestures to the goblins to like move, and they all kind of get out of the way. And he begins to stride over to you. Do you do anything as he approaches?
I wait for him to make the first move here.
All right.
Why is the king of the goblins a human?
So he walks.
Shrugs.
He walks over to you, and in a resonant baritone voice, he says, "Well, well, well. What do we have here?" And he looks at you, Rin, and he does like kind of a bow, but it's like kind of awkward. Like he make an insight check, Rin.
Okay. 15.
Okay. He's like a teenager. Like he's all gangly and like tripping over his limbs, but trying. And so he bows.
I have some insight into this usual form.
And his cascade of blonde hair brushes the floor, and he comes back up and he says, "I am Yek the Tall. These are my goblin servants. Welcome to my market."
Yes, they've all been discussing you. Very admirationful.
Yes, that's right. My children have learned to love me in their warped little hearts. Gods bless them.
And how does this place exist exactly? It's not particular behavior of goblins. Not that I want to judge, but
Yeah, and he says, no, I understand. Without my leadership, these little bastards would all but each other's throats. No, they listen to me. Yek the tall, Yek the merciful, beautiful Yek. What I say goes. And I say, we're here to make some money, baby.
right.
I swallow vomit.
He gestures and he says, I was just taking a little walk over there to my throne. Yeah, that's right. That's my throne over there. You
I'm
want to
getting
come
some
along?
serious.
And he puts an arm out like,
it's also this guy. I don't know.
You want to come check out my throne?
Sure.
It's made out of rocks. Did you know that? Yeah.
Let's go have a look at your throne.
So he walks arm in arm with you
Yeah.
up towards the throne, and he stops partway outside the treasure room, right? And he looks at the goblins, and they salute him, and he's like, "Hello, boys," and they don't say anything, and he says, "So how's my treasure?" And they just kind of like look at each other. He's like, "Is it all still in there, in piles and stuff? All my shiny things and what have you?" And they nod. And he's like, "That's right." He turns back to you. "I've got a lot of treasure.
Really, what sorts of treasure?
You don't live a long, tall, beautiful life like I do without accumulating some treasure here and there. You pick things up. Storied experience.
The room is like 100% empty, right? Like,
I mean, you don't know."
yeah.
And and he says, "Well, maybe if you play your cards right, I'll let you see my treasure." Now, I think somebody said something about a throne.
Wow, I really don't like this guy.
Did you just stop making me laugh? My face hurts.
And so he strides on up to the throne, and the rest of you, he's got all these like goblins that come following him, and you see a goblin, a kind of like a one of the like side, one of these goblins comes out of the side room, and the goblin like runs over and like dusts the throne for him, and he sits down and he's like, yeah, and he just like spreads his legs out and like leans back. It's like, it's good to have a throne. Oh, I do love being so tall. Oh, look at all these short little goblins. They do whatever I say.
Like he the way he's talking, he's definitely not always been this tall. Or like he's a gangly fuck. Like he definitely is an enchanted goblin. Like I'm calling it now.
I love that Rin is just like, what the fuck is up with this fucking guy?
Well, I
He's
mean,
got
the
like
thing
a
is,
really shiny circlet on, right?
Yes, yeah, he has. It's his pièce de résistance, right? Because his like chain shirt only comes down just below like nipple level.
Yeah, he hasn't changed his clothes since he was a goblin. Because it's all
So-
like and like short pants, you know.
So I rolled a wisdom save to just not steal it right away.
Yeah, it would be very difficult like to get it off of his head. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's almost certainly magical in some way. It shines with a fucking Silmarill's glow. But yeah, it's
So, Yek, where are you from to bring all these goblins together down here like this?
Who can really say where such majesty comes from? The imagination of the gods, I imagine. Somewhere up there in heaven or wherever the gods live.
Waterdeep?
They imagined,
Or-
what would a perfect man be like? Just perfect. Like absolutely perfect in every conceivable way. Physically, mentally, spiritually perfect. And then, just like that, it's Yek.
You should probably you got some stuff on your face there.
He grins, and he like leans in, like he thinks you're flirting with him. He's like, "I'm sorry, what? What did you say?" And his breath smells like rotten meat.
Yes, so perfect, very absolutely perfect.
He leans back and he says, "It's been such a long time since we had guests. Guests we didn't kill, I mean." No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We don't kill our guests. We kill them before they become guests.
I've heard such rumors. Yeah, I've heard such rumors about dwarven prisoner that you have.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's talking about it. You must be very powerful to have captured such a...
He nods and he says, "Oh, yes, the stinky, stinky Longbeard. That's right. He came down here all, ooh, I'm a dwarf. I've got an axe." But we showed him. Didn't we, boys? And the goblins are like, "Oh, yes, Yek, we showed him." And Yek says, he says to you conspiratorial, he's like, "Do you want to see something cool?"
Of course.
Well, that stinky, stinky Longbeard. He's not such a long beard anymore. And he like reaches into his vest and he pulls out this hank of like bloody curly hair. It's about this long. One end of it's got like little bits of skin on it. And he says, "That's right. Where's your beard now, Stinky?" And he starts laughing, and all the goblins start chortling. And I think that's our closing shot, is the goblin market, all the goblins just being like, like fucking Salacious Crumb. And then we fade out on this ludicrous scene.
Fucking ridiculous.
Great.
Why do you have to do the most ridiculous room while my whole face hurts?
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to apologize for looking like I'm in pain, because it's not that I don't love Adam's RP voice of Ron Burgundy. It's just that I'm in pain.
He's like Goblin Fabio. Gabio. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. To answer the question, someone asked early on in the episode, and I'm not sure if that person is still here, but they asked like, so what is in Mad Mage? Is it just combat? As you can see, there's plenty of silliness as well. Lots of RP stuff to do too. So
I want to steal it so bad.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that circle, it needs to be ours.
So thank you for coming and watching the silliness. I'll let the cast tell you where they can be found when they're not here doing silly dungeon stuff with me. Let's start down here with Dave. Dave, where do you live on the internet?
I don't know. I just, that whole last hour, I just questioning some things. I'm Dave underscore human on Twitter, and Dave _human on Twitch, where I do some like streaming or whatever, I guess. But just
Are you okay? Did I break you with this stupid NPC?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, am I awake? Did I like take a nap in between?
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Excellent. Blue Jay, do yours before the pain overtakes you. The pain of Yek.
Hi, I'm Blue Jay, and I went to the dentist this morning, and I have to go again on Wednesday. So, I mean, fuck this week, I guess. You can find me when I'm not at the dentist on twitch.tv/BlueJay, or complaining about said dentist over on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I just finished GMing a mini series on a different channel, Table Story. You can find links to that on my Twitter. It was great. You should watch it.
Excellent. It was good. I agree. Down here, cosplaying as a person playing a role-playing game, it's Lauren.
My life. I'm just cosplaying as everything. I'm Random Tuesday on the internet. I cosplay, as one can see behind me. You can find my cosplay pictures over on Instagram and Twitter. Tomorrow night, you can come to my Twitch channel, and I'm running episode 6. It's only taken us 2 years to get through 6 episodes of Celestial Rangers, my Sailor Moon inspired RPG. And we're coming to our dramatic Madoka Magica inspired climax ending. So it's good.
Boy.
You should tune in. They'll probably, someone might die.
That sounds distressing. I'm in for it.
It's gonna be
when?
so good.
Yeah, when is it? It's tomorrow.
That'll be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on my channel. Yeah, they killed their Guardian 2 episodes ago, so it's just been.
God, that's perfect. That's right
it's
after.
It's been escalating.
That's right after Court of Swords, so I can actually watch it. Sick. I'm gonna check it out. That sounds great. Last but not least, High Queen of Neverwinter / Ravenloft. It's
Hi,
Elf.
I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. I am very hungry this evening and will fix myself a delicious rat bun.
Rat buns.
To eat. That's my plan for right after this show. Rat bun.
So the recipe for rat buns is you take a bun, you take a rat, you just put them together. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of bun. Doesn't matter what kind of rat. You just put them together and jam it in your mouth. Preferably in one
described
bite.
a hot dog.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. A hot dog is like a rat bun. It's fine. It's fine. You can grind the rat up if you want. You got a mortar and pestle. Go for it.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thanks everybody. We're gonna make way for the next show. Thank you for coming and for watching today's episode of Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage. As always, if you liked the stuff we were doing today, you can check out back episodes of both this and several other marketplace adventures, including Dragon Heist and Tomb of Annihilation, over on our YouTube channel, MS Roll20. Or if you want to play yourself, go to roll20.net, sign up for an account, get some people, buy an adventure, go on it. It's great. We will be back next time with more dungeon and probably more madness. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time.
And more yak.
More yak. Definitely 100% more yak, I promise. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at roll20.net.